Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm here. And I'm motherfucking queer, baby. Yeah, I know. I had to step away. But I'm back. Yeah, man. They need some rock music on this. Killing me right now. Need some music. Need some emo playing in this motherfucker. Down tempo bullshit, bro. Alright. Yeah, that's that low fi. Welcome, welcome. In today's presentation, we are getting into social surmounting. Right? We're going to dig deeper into this topic. Still a part of they're not lucky, they're just they're aligned. This is all a part of the Creative Code study sessions that we've been doing, that we will continue to do. Okay? I decided to talk about these things because it is important to talk about. And I have been aligning beautifully with a lot of people, creators who are talking about topics in a way to elevate one's life for themselves. You know, this is what I'm loving about the generation of millennial and Gen Z, because and the babies coming and the ones coming after, because the one thing that I love the most is that you're being told how to truly quantum leap. Okay? You're being taught how to transform your life in the way that you want it to be transformed. You're not stuck anywhere or anything. You have the power to collapse time and walk across bridge. Does not mean you don't follow the natural laws of the earth or the laws of the land, right? I'm not saying that. And I'm sure you're smart enough to know that. It's just more of you're not stuck where you are. That is the main thing that needs to be understood. You can tell reality what you want it to be. I was sitting back today and I did something to listen to something. And I was just like, okay, why am I here? You know, I had to check myself. Like, why am I here? This ain't even it. You know, this topic and this ain't even elevating about anything. This conversation is not elevated about anything. This is after a while. This is just nothing but pure hate, anger, mix of regret and shame all together, right? And that's not the frequency to be on, right? And there's a lot of fear I could hear as well. Some of them admitted that they were afraid. And you know what? As I've been understanding the creator's code, I'm enjoying stories. I'm enjoying other people's stories. And I could tell from the way her eyes is, this was a very hard time for her life. So we're going to listen to Miss Lady here. We're going to hear how when she did her glow up journey, how she lost friends. Let's go.
The change up people do after you glow up is totally wild.
You know how some people will go through a massive glow up, then they'll realize how differently they've been treated now that they're attractive? I feel that times like 1,000. No one could have prepared me for what it's like going from a medium ugly guy to now. Like now, I get a lot of attention, but all that basic respect that I got as a guy, gone.
We've seen it in movies, TV shows, TikToks, the ugly duckling syndrome. The fairy tale expectation is that everyone magically treats you much better than before when you were ugly. There are many popular TV shows celebrating the glow up, like Extreme Makeover, Your Eye, and glowing up is a huge online trend, especially popular on TikTok and Reddit. The truth is, the way you're treated before versus after isn't always roses. It's a mixed bag, especially when it comes to strangers versus friends and family. As always with these videos, I need to preface a few things. I'm not insulting anyone when I'm saying the word ugly, I'm using it as an adjective. In fact, I'm actually documenting my personal experience with the difference of treatment with different groups of people before versus after my glow up. There have been multiple times in my life when I glowed up and also when I glowed down. The glow down, honestly, is not by choice, it's more like I let myself go. And those points of my life were the lowest points of my life, which is why I advocate self-care so much. The pursuit of success, of becoming better, it also involves looking better and taking care of yourself more. And I want to see people become successful. I'm here to help you gain more self-awareness regardless of how you feel about what people think about you, because it does not affect how other people perceive you. I know for a fact that you create your own reality, but when you have to interact with society, sometimes you need to take those rose-tinted glasses off and get a reality check, because things like body positivity and fat acceptance is actually harming people, and I will die on that hill. I saw on Reddit,
and I'm glad she said that, because listen, it's not healthy to be fat, or the term y'all use now is beluga. It is not okay to have that much weight on your body. It's not healthy. There are some people, because of certain heights, the weight on their body can cause problems for their body. For people who are over 300 pounds and walking around with that body, that the doctors explain that their body is crushing them on top of themselves. There's nothing healthy about being big. It don't matter if you're like a quote unquote sexy BBW. There's nothing healthy about that. There's heart problems that they have. They have all kind of fucking problems. Attitude problems. And their self-esteem is horrible.
of this girl who works as a server, and ever since she had a glow up, her tips literally doubled. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen my video about how looks matter, especially if you're fat, go watch it, because I literally talk about how society penalizes you when you're fat, especially financially. It literally affects how much you make. And this becomes super obvious when you're pretty and you work in the service industry. You literally will get like 2 to 3 times more tips. And sometimes there's no way to be subjective about the whole thing, and it is what it is. Overall, the treatment that I received when I glow up changed dramatically. I feel like a different person in a lot of ways. The hardest thing for me to accept is that society 100% sees me as a different person now compared to who I was before. And it actually hurts me to realize how much my appearance before had actually affected my life in ways that I couldn't even see when I was that person.
Right.
Especially financially, especially socially. I really hope that more people can open their eyes and see things for what they really are.
Yeah.
So when I was at my worst, I was about 50 pounds fatter. I had terrible skin issues because I was eating like shit. I wasn't drinking enough water. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't washing my face correctly. I didn't have a very good skincare routine. And sometimes I would even wear a ton of makeup to hide my issues. I would even dress like I didn't care about my body shape rather than dress for my body type. In turn, my weight affected my facial features a lot. Also, my hair had been bleached for years, which made it super fried and brittle. And not only that, when you have super bleached platinum hair, like you can't even grow it out because it's like impossible. You can't have long hair like this. I also had like a bad nail chewing habit, which affected my jawline. And then the bad nails, I would have to like hide with gel nails, which actually made my nail health even worse and even more brittle. And I was stressed, I was depressed, which
Right.
made me not want to eat right. I wanted to turn
Oh,
to comfort food. So you can see how this is like a negative feedback loop. And I
Right.
felt so bad about myself,
Notice-
which affected how other
Notice her language. I want you to pay attention to how we've been aligning on this show since we read the creators loop. She said it is a negative. I'm sorry, I got you in that facial expression. Feedback loop.
people felt about me. Because I can tell you this, when I felt bad about myself, I would project my insecurities on other people, which was terrible. Literally, I never want to go back to that point and never want to put anybody down. Like, it's the worst.
Right.
Like, I was almost spiraling. Actually, no, I was spiraling.
Let's talk about how men treated me while I was fat. I wouldn't fucking know because they didn't interact with me. Here is a picture of me from 4 years ago when I was plus sized. Throughout my entire college career, I was in a plus size body. It's pretty ironic because a lot of people's college years are their hottest years. I think I look fucking amazing all the goddamn time, but to the general public, I was fat, which made me
Wow, I wouldn't.
especially
her
to
own
college-age
picture
men.
and see
When
her
I
hair.
tell you they didn't interact with me, I'm not joking. At that point in my life, I would feel lucky if a man even looked in my direction. Typically, they would just turn their heads and pretend like I didn't exist. Coming of age as a plus-size woman and seeing all of your friends be flirted and hit on by men, and in turn being treated like a second-class citizen, f***ed me up. And I think that experience has really impacted how I view my self-worth and dating. I don't know, there's just so much I could say on the subject. Point being, when you're fat, men will not look in your direction until they're fat too.
Hold on, my straight size friend can never ever understand how the lack of attention ruined my self-image. Like, it's not just the absence of flirt, it's the absence of acknowledgement. I could go months without speaking to no one.
In the past, I felt like I was an inconvenience and I felt awkward in most places that I went. And when I was at my fattest, sometimes I feel like I would even get like rude stares in public, or maybe not, but like I would at least like, I would be imagining it. And I felt uncomfortable literally doing literally anything. My existence felt shadowed by my appearance, if that makes any sense to you. And then I realized that there are two paths from here on out that you can take here. You can either accept yourself for who you are, but then you're gonna continue living life on hard mode because nothing's gonna change. Even if you accept yourself, like you're still gonna feel bad and like maybe you feel a little better, but it's just kind of a band-aid. It's not like a permanent solution. And you're still gonna be living in that uncomfortable existence. Or you can accept the power that you have to change things about you. And I think that the attention you get can be very addictive for someone who grew up ugly.
I just
People
know
actually
that
treat
I can
you like
have
an
a
actual
better
person
body.
with thoughts and feelings
And
now.
I know that I
Not just
can
the comic relief
style
girl,
myself better
not
too
just
if
the
I just
chubby
sit
girl.
with
Like, you know what was bad?
Catch out
I would literally
what I look
catch
like,
my
you know what I'm
bosses
saying? 'Cause
laugh
I
at
have
me. Like,
such
they
a
would
good
literally
body now.
like get together and make fun of me.
And
Like, I
really
swear to God, sometimes I get nightmares thinking back on like them like finding a really unflattering photo of me and like laughing at me. And this is one thing that happened to me that was super eye-opening. Okay, there was one time when I was introduced to this like kind of famous and like really beautiful singer backstage. She straight up ignored me. Imagine like being introduced to someone like, hey, so and so, this is so and so. And like they wouldn't even look at you or say a word to you. It was super hurtful. And then I look back and I googled this singer and saw that like, you know, like she wasn't all that pretty when she started. And I'm like, bitch, you were there too. Like, why are you so mean now? Anyway, it's so bizarre the difference in treatment that I get that I feel sorry for my old self and also for people who are still struggling, especially for stubborn people who don't want to improve themselves. Like, sure, you can say that, like, oh, I reject everything, I reject beauty standards, but honestly, like, you're subjugated by it. Why do you want to live life on hard mode? I don't understand. Like, obviously, it doesn't sit right to me that people treat you differently, like, just based on your looks. Nobody deserves that. It's terrible. Which is why now that I've glowed up, I swear to God, I swear to myself that, like, I would never treat anyone like that.
The new people it's always waiting
On
for.
new people, when I first meet someone new, the effect was extremely positive, to the point where I found it so disturbing that it actually caused me a bit of an existential crisis. I'm not
What y'all have to understand is that I'm going to talk over her. You got to understand that what is
talking
going
about like
on
Hollywood style
is
stuff,
not
crashing
so much that
cars and like
people are trying to play you or
falling
anything
over
like that.
backwards. Rich
It's
guys
about
come
your
to me,
aura.
free gifts and stuff.
If you
Like, not
walk
really.
around
I'm
here
just
and you
being
feel
treated like
ugly,
an
people going to
inherently
feel that
good and
aura
impressive
off of
person.
you.
And even if I screwed up somewhere, or if there's rumors about me or whatever, when you're prettier, people tend to assume the best of you. Even if you're not inherently or necessarily a good or a kind person. People in general just got a lot nicer. Strangers would smile at me. I would get treated nice. Guys would open the door for me. I get more free stuff. People offering to do things for me
Yeah,
even
that's
when I
true.
don't need to ask.
There
But the
is a
one thing I
thing for
did find
pretty
annoying is that like
people.
men would literally try and hit on you like everywhere you go. Or,
This
like,
is the thing about
stare
what
at
the
you in like a
picky. The
leering
picky
way,
wants
and
a
it's
life
not
like
really
this.
flattering always. And it's like, no
This is
offense,
what the
it's usually
picky
not the
want.
kind of guys that you want anyway. But it's true, you get more leering and more creepiness. However, on people who I already know, I felt like the results were almost opposite.
Right.
On most people, it did not change anything, but some people, it was kind of extreme.
Right.
Dang, Jessica! Jessica, you look so
What
good.
is everyone freaking out about?
Jessica had a glow up. Wow, what?
Look at Jessica.
Oh my gosh, she looks so pretty.
No, she doesn't.
Ow!
Hey, Jessica, girly, come sit with me and Lily. Hey, you. Did you get eyelash extensions?
Right.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I could tell. Maybe next time you should tell your lash technician to do a more natural set, because you don't want people to know you have eyelash extensions. It's just not a cute look.
Chloe, she looks
You
good.
guys,
Stop.
yeah, she may look good, but it's all makeup. Here, use one of these, Jessica.
No.
Use one of these. Also, like, another little tip is if you're gonna wear makeup, you should probably clear your acne first, because you look really cakey and bumpy. No offense, I just want to help you. I mean, I know you're not, like, as lucky as me and Lily to be naturally beautiful, but that's what boys
That's
like.
when you gotta
They
let
don't
that
like
bitch go.
catfishes.
She gotta
I
go.
noticed that after losing weight, which had a huge impact on the way it
Right.
like affected my facial features,
can
people that I
imagine what
used
her
to be close
friend-
to, especially girlfriends, actually treat me worse. I have to say, most people, no difference in treatment. On the people who treated me worse, it's like really weird because my personality hasn't changed. I'm still the same person on the inside. I would get snide comments, or like I would get like nagging, which is kind of like backhanded compliments, and it's usually done to make me feel worse. Like they would say like, oh, you look thin today, like did you skip breakfast, or like, or they would ask me like how I would have all of the energy to like do all of the things that I did. Some of them like to make jabs at me, especially in regard to my weight loss, or that I'm being vain, or that my eating disorder is bad. They were almost purposely trying to like hurt me, or that I think I'm so perfect, which I don't. And they would say something along the lines of, oh, where did you get that new wardrobe from? How did you have all that money
See,
to
that's
buy
the
like
thing.
nice shoes, nice bags? But honestly, I'm at the point where I don't care anymore. I literally
Okay, this
don't.
is when I'm gonna have to pause. I'm gonna have to pause here, and I'm gonna have to skip too, because one thing when we talked about the people who one thing that we talked about, right, is the woman who does not have social surmounting skills. She does not know how to do that, right? This is what is going on here is this, okay? When you make changes and transformation, you're going to have to clean house. Literally and figuratively, you're going to have to clean house. As I have started decorating and moving things around and making choices in my house, I have noticed the difference of energy of how Bay acts when she comes here. There's a difference to how she interacts with the furniture now. I mean, she has, you know, one couch in the corner she gets comfortable with, but there's a somewhat of a different energy when there was a new table in the kitchen or placed in a different, you know, it's like, oh, whoa, okay, whoa, okay. That's the reaction. So I'm saying all this to say that you're going to have people, you're going to have to get past. You're going to have to leave them where they are. It goes back to the fake friend series that I did. Remember when I told you that she is not going to be able to hide how jealous of you she is, how much she envies you. She can't hide it, because every time she sits next to you, everybody can see how ugly she is. That's why the more beautiful you get, the more ugly she is. Everybody can just tell the day and night difference. You see what I'm saying?
I used to be ugly, and even as I got prettier, I realized I still couldn't win. Here are my credentials. Oh, this is a favorite.
Oh, wow.
I used to be ugly.
Whoa. That's a glow up, honey. That's a glow up more than the girl that we talking to. She did something. Jeez.
And even as I got prettier, I realized I still couldn't win. Here are my credentials. Oh, this is a favorite. Yep. When I was ugly, I got made fun of, I got asked out as a joke, I was treated like I was invisible, but I was still taken seriously. People automatically assumed that due to my lack of appearance, I had something else going for me. Which was true, I was smart, but I didn't get any less smart as I got prettier. And in pursuit of better treatment, I started working on my appearance, I started working on my hygiene, and I got that better treatment, but the intention behind said treatment was much more superficial. And the closer I got to the conventional beauty standard, the more my appearance would validate who I was internally, and also diminish it. People would take my opinion and consider it, but it suddenly meant less because of the mouth it came out of. As a woman, no matter how lovely or intelligent you may be, if you are attractive in any way, your appearance becomes your most valuable attribute. And for the longest time, I was obsessed with working on external factors because I thought it would bring light to who I was internally, but the opposite's true. There's no winning. It just attracts the wrong people. It's like getting plastic surgery in pursuit of finding love. The people it attracts to are just there for the wrong reasons. To any young woman hearing this, and I cannot stress this enough, your appearance is the least interesting part about you. If you think working on what you look like will win you genuine respect or care from other people, you're wasting your time. Any connection you make based off of those superficial factors is worth nothing. Decentralize appearance from your life, because I promise it'll only destroy you in the long run.
No. You should care about your appearance. And you should care about being beautiful, and you should remain beautiful when you are beautiful and remain beautiful, as well as be intelligent. But you got to understand that you have to know what is worthy of anyone listening to you in a room. At work, I don't give a damn to give insight on a goddamn thing. Do you understand me? I've hung that up a long time ago. But if I'm in a space where I'm in a writer's room, I have to speak up. I have to talk. I have to give ideas. I have to talk. So I'm curious what she's going to say, because she must still got some low self-esteem issues going on within her. Because that comment she said, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being beautiful. And there's nothing wrong with using your beauty to get where you got to go. But also have that intelligence as well as your beauty. Because once you're an intelligent woman and, you know, you understand the creator's code and all these different things, and you begin to manifest your life, things are going to fall at your feet regardless. So and then you line up with the people as yourself. So she probably got to do a little bit more tuning up. She maybe need to do a whole reset for her life, as far as like start over and think about what direction she want to go, what kind of people she want to be around. Because she has to think about it. If you were ugly and now you become this beautiful woman in this space, she has to start thinking about what is she around now that she's become beautiful and the people around her. You see what I'm saying?
And no matter what, like insecure people will always have something unkind to say about you, and they will always have something mean to say because they want you to doubt yourself and they want you to feel insecure about yourself, just like how they feel about themselves. Ignore and disregard the opinions of someone who does not matter to you or aspire to be like. I think something else you can do.
Okay, let me tell you something. This is a part of this is a part of being beautiful. This is a part of quantum leaping in your beauty, right? I should have titled it that. Listen, you're not going to give a damn regardless, okay? Because you're going to have such a standard that you're going to look at them like, yeah, and who gives a damn what you got to say? I promise you won't give a damn.
Is to be like a princess and like help others who don't have it. For example, if you know a girl at work who's getting passed over for promotion because of their appearance, you can step in and like gas her up and talk her up some. And people will listen to you because you're pretty. Guys want to buy you a drink? Sure, you'll be happy to accept it, but only if he also buys a drink for your friend. Obviously, you want to be sensitive about it because it can also be really frustrating to know that someone's only trying to help you because they feel bad for you. At the same time, like, it is not fair after all.
Don't do none of that. She's young. Don't do none of that. All right. I'm going to tell you straight up. You get what you get out of your pretty privilege. You know, when you walk in your beauty, you know what your pretty privilege is going to get you. I know as I continue to elevate and get my skin together a lot more, get my body together a lot more, there's going to be more people that wants me to act. I already know it. There's going to be more people who's going to be like, I need you to come and act this role and be this role. That's what the hell's going to happen to me. You see, I know that. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the world of things that I'm in. And I'm like, whatever, I'll practice whatever because I'm a screenwriter. But other than that, I've experienced pretty privilege majority of my life. That's the thing. I've had it majority of my life. I didn't know how beautiful I was. Oh yeah, I didn't know how beautiful I was. I grew up feeling very ugly. I did look ugly when I was younger because of having that stupid shit of having a stepfather in the house. That dumbass shit. I'm a child that's a victim to that shit, okay? But when I began to notice how beautiful I was, there was a lot more things I would have did different in my life if I knew how beautiful I was. I'm trying to tell you. You have to know you are beautiful. And you have to move in knowing you are beautiful. Trust me, I've had people try me. When I was in that sister circle, I let that bitch have it. I sure did. She trusted me. She told me all that shit. And I threw all them fat ass bitches under the fucking bus. Because fuck y'all. Y'all thought y'all had a friend over here. You can't sit with us. It'd be shit like that. You know what I mean? Like that shit was stupid. And I looked around and I was like, they flooding up my motherfucking, y'all flooding up my goddamn friend list. I got sexy ass model bitches with gothic bitches with motherfucking tattoos, okay, and great fucking bodies that they worked hard for. Y'all fat ass bitches don't belong over here. Y'all gotta go. What the fuck was I thinking? But it's okay. That was in the past and we're here now. And all of these things happen because listen, focus on yourself. Don't be fucking helping motherfuckers people at work. That bitch need to get her self-esteem together. She didn't get some shit and she feels some kind of way. She need to step her shit up. The same way you put the work in to teach yourself leadership skills, teach yourself how to be consistent, teach yourself how to be more disciplined. The same way you rolled out your yoga mat and motherfucking did your Pilates and your yoga poses and your leg work. That bitch can go find out too. God damn it. The fuck, we ain't out here saving bitches. We ain't the goddamn glow up fairy and shit. We ain't doing that dumbass shit. Hold on. I lost 40 pounds of fat. I'm most of my weight loss. Glowing up in the look is society. But better. You but better. Makeup tutorial. Hot mess to hot girl. Instant summer glow up full guide. Extreme glow up. How to distinctly change. Micro habits to grow up. Become attractive. Um Now, it was something else I wanted to touch on in this topic. And I think that is very important to talk about this. I want to get on the girl the young lady, Maria. Oh, her name was Maria. Who did the self-help books and one thing she had learned. I want to play that video. But I want to go ahead and we're going to continue with Miss Asian lady here, Miss May Suzuki. We have to touch on the topic of weight and being fat. We have to touch on this topic, okay? We have to understand that this fat shit and this proud to be fat shit is very toxic. And I have learned a great thing. See, I never had a life of fat people around me until I came here. And so I've been digging into the psychology of motherfuckers who are fat and fat friends that hang around with each other. And man, them bitches is horrible. Their self-esteem is very low. They have the most retarded relationships. Their friendships are retarded. They're very, very nasty sexually. They do not have good hygiene. Okay. They don't have good hygiene. We're not going to get into the details of that. We have other things about them that to me is pretty fucked up. Okay. let me just put that out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this by Exoticals United, the psychoanalysis of the beluga mindset. Touch on what she's going to talk about that. Then we're going to get back to what I was saying
series.
with
A lot of
Miss
you guys have asked me questions about how
May.
I have lost weight and kind of maintained it. Part of what helps me maintain weight is to study the habits of women who are overweight and to do the exact opposite. So we're going to go through a little analysis
Right.
here,
We're going to
and
sit
I'm
here and
going
we're
to
going to
point
listen
out
to this.
all of the beluga habits that I see. So
Okay.
let's
So
get
the
into
thing
it.
about
Someone who is some prick
Exotical,
online who thinks it's
Yeah.
funny to tell you to lose weight.
Yeah.
What do you have any other examples?
There was a time when I was running every week and I was hitting the gym quite hard, and then they would be like, "Oh, we could hit the gym together." Okay, I don't need you to make hitting the gym my goal.
Pause. Did you see the inferiority complex already creeping out? She literally just said that one of her hobbies
right,
was going to the gym, and
right,
she got offended because the guy she was dating said, "Oh, yeah, we can go to the gym together."
right,
So she was
exactly,
so insecure to the point where she randomly found a way to be mad at others. Does that sound familiar?
right.
That external locus of control, constantly looking for the flaws in others? Someone wanting to go to the gym with you doesn't mean that they're saying it because they think you're fat. They're saying it because they noticed it's one of your hobbies and they wanted to enjoy that hobby with you. And then
Right.
she's like, oh, well, he's trying to make going to the gym my goal. No, ma'am, it was
Girl,
already
no,
your
that's
goal
not what
because
he
you were
said.
consistently going to the gym. If anything, that's a compliment.
Yes,
That
that's
someone
a good
notices
thing.
that you are so consistent with going to the gym, they're inspired by you. They want to tap into your consistency. That's a compliment.
Right.
Hardest part about dating as a bigger girl is feeling like every guy only wants you behind closed doors. Now I know this isn't true in every single case, but like gosh, sometimes it just really does feel like that. Literally last week I had a guy who's kind of been like asking me to hang out pretty frequently. I have told him multiple times like we can hang out, but like we're getting a drink first because I haven't met him in person. He always just kind of like brushes it off and then asks again. This final time I was like, we can do something, but like let's get a drink this week. Me asking to go out in public and get a drink, guess what that got me? That got me an unfollow on Instagram. This really is such a common theme, especially when I'm on the dating apps. I get a lot of like meeting guys and they like want me to come over or they want me to go over there. Then when I look at my friends who are online dating, instantly these guys are like wanting to take them out on dates. As much as I hate to say it, like in the back of my head, I know what the reason is. Of course, not every guy is going to be like that. And if a guy is going to be like that, that's not someone I would want to be with anyways, no matter what my size is. I know people who are dating who aren't bigger girls can say, oh yeah, well, I have guys that do the same to me. Yes, there are always going to be guys who do that, but I'm telling you, it feels 10 times harder to get a man to like stand up and be like, I want to take you on a date. For me, versus what I've seen, like,
you gotta hear me very closely. As you quantum leap and you collapse time, and you work on yourself completely from head to toe, I need you to hear me deeply. Deeply. You have to stay away from this mindset. You have to say, what is the standard of how you take care of yourself? When I look at yourself and your body, how do you take care of it? It ain't about a bitch with a flat stomach and an hourglass body. That doesn't necessarily mean she takes care of herself. You have to feel it all the way. Like, what am I looking at when I look at you?
all my other friends go through. And it's something I've always dealt with and I understand it, I get it, but it doesn't mean that it's not like a sucky feeling.
Okay, so first off, she's admitting that she attracts broke men. So this is the social reward of body positivity, being okay with being unhealthy. And she said that the man hides her. And it's like, ma'am, if you're not even proud of yourself, if you're not even proud of your own body,
Right.
if you don't even love yourself enough to take care of your health,
Right.
why do you expect to suddenly be able to manifest a perfect...
You don't love yourself when you don't take care of your body. There's something lacking when you don't take care of your body. There's something going on. I'm trying to tell you, when I was around those two people, I did not take care of myself the way I needed to take care of myself. But once they were gone, I started back taking care of myself way better than I did before. And I'm still taking care of myself better and more.
Prince Charming. First of all, have you seen the men in our society? Manifesting a Prince Charming is damn near impossible anyway.
Right.
But then on top of that, you have the audacity to think that you're going to attract some gorgeous supermodel gentleman.
Right.
All while simultaneously not giving a fuck about yourself. If you don't love yourself enough to even take care of your own body, it's laughable to expect a random stranger from a dating app to show you respect and decency. And she admitted that it kept happening over and over and that her friends who were slimmer got treated better. And we don't even know for sure if her friends really got treated better because they were slimmer, but let's just say that they did. Let's say that her friends have thin privilege. Okay, so instead of trying to get healthy, instead of simply eating salads and putting down the cupcakes, I would rather go on a TikTok and post so I can complain about how much it sucks to be at this body size. Is this what body positivity is? Oh, and also, what happened to the argument of, oh, you attract what you are? You attract what you are. Okay, so if you attract men that treat you like trash, or they don't want to promote you, or they hide you, okay, well then can't I make that argument that you're attracting what you are? You want to hide your goals from yourself. You want to hide your own health and hide your body. You want to try to hide your flaws and not have any discipline. Yet you want to manifest a financially disciplined man. to take you out on dates? You want to manifest a consistent man when you're not even consistent with yourself? Do you see the mental gymnastics this girl is doing? All so she can stay complacent. Women are going through all this drama. They're posting all these TikToks over something that they could easily change by simply eating a salad or going to a doctor's office if they have a medical condition.
I know sometimes people will tell you, like, oh no, like, that's not the reason. That's not the reason. Have you met our society?
So now she's admitting that society is biased against people who are
Oh,
plus size. And it's like, okay, so if you're admitting
so
that
here's
being
the
plus
thing.
sized is a
This
disadvantage,
woman is she
why would
not
you then
taking
try
no
to encourage other women to
responsibility
actively
for
choose
the
that
fact
disadvantage?
that she
That means that the body positivity movement is
is
false then.
attracting
It's fake.
her
Because you
reality.
guys are over
She's
here
attracting
complaining
somebody
and saying
hiding
how
her
badly you get
because
treated.
it's a reflection of
So
what she
why would I
feels about
volunteer to be
herself.
treated like trash?
Have you lived in our society? As a bigger girl, I feel like it is okay to accept those things. Like
No,
sometimes it just is what it is. But yeah, if you are the only one who
because
feels like, why am I not able to like get these guys?
when I watch 600-Pound Life, it says to me that no, it says that your health, I understand why I was told for so many years that your health is your wealth. I really understand that shit now. You no, don't let nobody sit here and try to tell you that being fat, being big, being a beluga, as y'all call it, is okay, because it's not okay. It's not okay at all to be this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not healthy. Let me tell y'all something. From being somebody who went from 130, 145, 150 at top, 145, 140, 150 at top, 145, 130. That was always my size. Shit, before that, I was 98 damn pounds, okay? Like, I'm trying to tell you. And so what I'm getting at is, for me to go to 189 motherfucking pounds, do you know how much weight that was on my body? Do y'all understand? After a while, like right now, I'm in the bed, relaxed, and I got my legs closed, right? Do you know how painful it was for me to just sit here with my legs closed? My thighs was thick and shit. I didn't sit on the toilet the same no more. It was a lot of things. My thighs was rubbing together and shit. Oh, I hated that shit. That thighs rubbing together shit, I ain't like that shit at all. And when I got sick, yeah, I keep talking about that. That was like woo 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 woo. That was the universe alarm. Like, bitch, you about to hit 41 now. You about to get into them 40s. You better, what you doing? You listening? And I listened clearly when I was in this bed to the bathroom. You need to understand. And let me tell you something else I had to realize today, because now what I'm finding, I'm starting to read things about the health. I'm starting to research. What does it mean if you smoke and you go to the bathroom after you smoke? Immediately telling me that that is not a good thing and that that should not be used as a dietary so it can supplement. Told me what my body is doing when that happens to my body. So it's like all of these different things, vaginal health, all of these things are key to know.
Ma'am, you have way bigger things to worry about than a guy texting you back.
Dating when you're plus size or curvy means that when you go on that first dinner date, you're going to order a salad and you're only going to eat half of it. Because if you eat anything other than a salad, you assume that he's automatically going to think that you eat like crap for 99% of your life and chalk your weight up to that instead of like a medical condition or, in my case, an eating disorder.
Wait a minute, pause. This woman literally just admitted publicly on TikTok that she has an ED.
She almost
you
came out
have
her
people
voice.
coming over to our side of YouTube saying that being healthy is having an ED. So instead of worrying about her medical issue, which is the ED, she would still rather chase after dick and go on dates. And then she admitted that she would only eat a half of a salad. So she's going on a date eating a couple of tablespoons of salad. So the man is literally triggering the ED. She has a male-centered diet. So she eats poison for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or she doesn't care about her health when a man is not around, but suddenly when a man is around, she wants to perform and cosplay
Right.
as if she eats healthy all the time.
And as if
She's
he
putting
can't
on a
see that
facade
she don't
so that she can
healthy.
impress some
That's
random
the
man
crazy
because
part. He
she's
can't
afraid
see
of
that her
being
ass
judged.
is
Do you
fat.
see all of those
And he
psychological
gonna expect
problems
her
right
to
there?
eat a come
A
on.
part of the reason why women struggle with their weight is because they are eating based on external validation.
Yes.
So, what are the people around me eating? Oh, it's a man, so I have to try to convince him that I eat healthy. So let me eat a salad. Right. These are the same types of women where if they're at a birthday party, everybody's eating cake. Let me eat the cake.
People of other
Oh, I'm at the
countries,
cookout. Everybody's eating barbecue. Let me
vegetables and
eat the
stuff
barbecue.
in the morning.
So they're
Or they do
changing their
like
diet.
porridge and
They're
stuff.
changing their
I need to buy me
standards
some
based
porridge.
on who they're around. Do you see what I mean? Some people, they don't have a backbone. They don't have a backbone. They don't have an internalized standard of eating for themselves. This woman is admitting that she has an ED, and instead of prioritizing getting help for that or making sure that that's solved before she starts bringing a man into it, men are very triggering in general. Dating is very emotionally triggering in general. It can be very taxing, especially for somebody who struggles with things like an ED.
Yeah.
So she's literally setting herself up for failure.
Otherwise, you're going to avoid eating altogether, but also avoid the activities that you may do on a first date, like going hiking or playing a game of volleyball or something. I have no fucking clue, but you're going to avoid those because you're worried that if you fall a little bit behind him, he's going to chalk it up to your weight.
Okay, so now she's admitting
Oh
that
my
she has all of
God.
these internalized
This is
limitations.
so
Do you see all
fucking
the
crazy.
limiting
Do you hear
beliefs
her?
that come with having this excess weight? So instead of simply meal planning and going to the gym, I would rather.
I need to say this. I gotta pause and say this. Listen, I really do say how you take care of your body, how you eat, like how that, which is all about how you take care of your body, how aware you are about your beauty standards and stuff. It is tied to your intelligence. I know a lot of times we see the bimbo, right? But if you really pay attention to the bimbo, she has over exaggerated fake breasts, over exaggerated boobies that just don't look realistic. She has over exaggerated popped out lips. Something about her look, she looks like a bimbo. That's the thing about a bimbo. She looks like a bimbo and she sounds like a bimbo when she opens her mouth. Okay. That's the difference. But for a natural, beautiful woman, I really do believe there's some intelligence to taking care of yourself and being beautiful. Do you hear this? Do you hear her? She said if you go on a first date and you're fat, basically don't do nothing active like volleyball or tennis. I'm like, girl, I love volleyball and fucking tennis. Are you kidding me? I would love to go on a date and play tennis or volleyball. What in the fuck?
Do mental gymnastics and ban myself from doing certain activities.
Right.
So she just said she can't eat. She can only eat a couple tablespoons of salad, basically.
Right.
And then she can't do activities
Then
either
she
because
said
then she's
she
afraid
don't
of falling
want him to
behind because
know
she's out of shape. All of this
how
instead of
much
the
she
natural
eat.
solution,
That's
which is, hey, why don't I just eat healthy? Or why don't I decenter men and like stop prioritizing them in
and
general and just
let me tell y'all something, please, people. A salad is not always healthy. I enjoy eating lettuce. Okay. I can chop up a whole thing of lettuce, add a little bit of salt, a light salt and pepper, balsamic vinegar, and croutons, and I can bust them lettuce down. Do you hear me? Or some French dressing, and I can bust them lettuce down. You hear me? And if I want to, chop up something and put it in there. But lately, I haven't been doing that because I like the taste of fresh lettuce. I like the taste of fresh vegetables. But other than that, salads are not healthy. You can literally make a salad with 4 or 5 different meats on it, a pound of dressing, a ton of salt and pepper, right? A bunch of garlic, whatever style croutons. You are you kidding me? You can eat a salad that'll make you gain weight, depending on what you put on it. Salad don't make you, I don't know, like salad has become a thing that people just was like, that's what makes them lose weight. No, some people are gaining more weight eating a salad. You gotta watch about what salad you get. I told you a homemade salad I like to do. Chop up my lettuce, clean my lettuce, of course, first. Chop up my lettuce real good. However, I like to chop them nice and chunky because I like my lettuce to fold up when I, like to put them in my mouth and chew them slow or whatever. And I like to just have a good dressing. And if you're not careful, you got to make sure you have the right kind of dressing. Sweet onion Valadea is a great healthy dressing. I think one of the best healthy dressings. Anything with vinegar, balsamic vinegar, it's different styles of it that you can get. Is just a chef kiss. It just kicks up anything. Put balsamic vinegar on a sandwich, whatever. That shit just kick that shit up, bro.
Just focus on myself.
She mentioned looking at the ex's Instagrams and realizing that he's only dated skinny women and
Right.
automatically assuming that you have no chance with him. But what you're also going to do is you're going to look at anything that his ex has posted and never post anything that's similar. Because if he compares the two, he's going to see that you all look nothing alike and just put you down even further.
Girl,
okay, so
what?
now she's in a full-blown spiral. You see all of the micro insecurities that come with something as simple as eating too many cupcakes.
Wait.
So when I talk about
Did she
exoticals,
just
like
say
being
the
in a healthy
ex-girlfriend is
weight,
all
part of why
skinny?
I'm talking about it is because it
Oh
literally
my
gets
gosh,
rid
and
of
don't go to her
a
page
lot of
and
these
post the
problems.
same thing.
First of all, I have
This is
never
a
in my life
mental
dated a
ill
man and then
spiral.
randomly asked about his exes and then tried to stalk and compare my body weight to the exes.
Right.
That's insane. And also she's like, oh, he's going to realize that you look nothing like them. Which one is it? Are you supposed to date a guy where every girl looks like you? Or are you supposed to date a guy where you are his
And
first?
she
You're the
has
first
no
dark-skinned
sense of
woman. You're the first big
self-esteem.
woman. Like, which one is it? The
She
standard
doesn't
and the
have no
goalpost is
sense of
always
knowing
moving for dating.
herself.
So there's the mental gymnastics that comes with that. And then you tie that in with all these insecurities about something as simple as your body size. Imagine doing all this spiraling all because you don't want to eat a salad. Or in her case, having an ED. And also, I'm starting to question the doctor that this woman saw, because it's like,
Right.
if you go to a doctor and you say that you have an ED, why is the doctor not offering any solutions
You
to
know
the
what?
ED?
A lot of these people be
Like,
lying too,
how
y'all.
are you
Y'all
going to
can't
the
just
doctor
believe
and
them.
you don't mention
I
any
like
you're just
that Mickey
saying,
Mouse
oh, I have an ED,
but you know
as
something?
if you're accepting it and not working on it.
I have noticed something with certain characters on people's shirt. That's a sign right there that she has a lot of growing up to do. She's still stuck in high school in her mind. Yeah, I can't really explain it to you, but that Mickey Mouse shirt just confirmed that to me. Now, if she would have wore a shirt that was like Space Jam, if she would have wore like an anime shirt, I would be like, oh, okay, yeah. No, 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 no. She got Mickey Mouse on her. No, she's still high school.
That's how it sounds. It sounds like that's just who you are. You just have this ED, so whatever,
Right.
might as well just go about life as normal. No, having an addictive personality,
Right.
having any addiction of any kind,
There
wouldn't
is
you want to kind of
another
work on
difference
that? And
between
also,
movement.
if I'm seeing a doctor, I kind of would want that doctor to maybe prescribe me something or try to help me or set me up with a nutritionist. She didn't mention any of that. So instead of scheduling a nutritionist appointment or instead of going to a support group, she would rather go on a dating app. She'd rather go on Tinder. And that's another reason why I say that a man is not a plan. A man is not the
Right.
solution to your problems. He's not the solution to your
Right.
weight loss problems. I see a lot of women saying, oh, I just want to lose weight so I can date. Okay, well, that's actually not good enough long-term validation, because
Right.
what if you end up dating the guy? Then all you're going to do is gain the weight once you get into the
Right.
relationship because you achieved your goal, right? Which was to get some dick. So
Right.
that's not a good enough motivation. You have to find value and worth and self-love and lose weight from a place of loving yourself, as opposed to, oh, I want to lose weight so a man can love me. And I already know people are going to be like, oh, well, Exoticals United, are you saying that bigger women don't deserve to date? The fact that you're even asking that question shows that you believe dating is a prize.
Right.
Dating is not a prize. It's not an aspirational thing to be won. It's not a reward. Dating
Right.
is not a flex. So it's not like, oh, if you're not dating, you're unworthy. It's actually the exact opposite. I deserve better for myself. I deserve my health. What's more important, my physical health and actually being alive
Exactly.
and not having medical issues, or having a boyfriend? Which one's more important?
Or at least that's what you assume. Dating when you're plus size or skinny means that you're going to run into the guys who are like, oh my God, I want a chick with an ass. But when he sees that you have an ass and a little bit more, he's going to run away. It also means that you're going to get the guys who think you're good enough to sleep with, but they absolutely could not marry you. Dating when you're plus size or curvy means that you may match with the gym bros on dating apps, but they're going to definitely give you advice on how to get into the gym and offer to show you the ropes. Dating when you're plus size or curvy also means that on dating apps, especially if you're a little bit heavier in the upper body region, your tits. They're going to immediately point out your tits when they send you a message. I cannot tell you how many times the first message I've gotten on a dating app has been, damn, look at those titties. And then
okay, so she has no boundaries. She has no boundaries, and more than likely she must be taking pictures with the titties being shown, because she seemed to smile when she said that part. They might catch.
Of course, there's my therapist's favorite one to talk about, which is when you're dating when you're plus size or curvy, there could be multitude of reasons why they would reject you, friend zone you, break up with you. But the one you're automatically going to go to is that it's because of your weight. We can't win here.
I don't believe she got a therapist, a doctor. I don't believe
She
anything this
admitted
woman
that
is saying.
she's literally dating from a place of insecurity. And instead of simply being single, you've got women complaining online about not getting enough dick. They're not complaining about not getting enough vegetables. They're not complaining about not getting enough micronutrients. No, it's all about, I don't get enough male attention. He doesn't take me out and show me off as much. But what do you ladies think? Let me know in the comment section and I'll talk to you next time.
Okay, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to something. I want us to pay attention. I want us to just kind of just browse through the pictures. Okay, we got an African talking. All right, let's go.
I have lost weight.
All right, let's go back to this part right here.
Exoticals, welcome back to the Beluga series.
Okay, tell you
lot
to
of you
lose weight.
guys
Yeah, what?
have asked
Do
me
you and your
questions about
examples?
how
There are
I
times
have
when I
lost
was
weight and kind of
running
maintained it.
every week, and
Part
I
of what
was
helps
hitting
me
the gym quite
maintain
hard.
weight
They were
is
like
to
gym
study the
together.
habits of women
Okay,
who are
so
overweight and to do the exact opposite.
okay,
So we're going to go through a little analysis here, and I'm going.
okay, let's go.
Lose weight.
Yeah.
What do you have any other examples?
There was a time when I was running
I need to see this whole interview
every week, and I was hitting the gym quite hard, and then they would be like, oh, we could hit the gym together.
Now notice she has an accent. Together. So y'all know where that's at, right? That's over there in the UK, and she can be branched out wherever, depending on the accent, right?
I don't need you to make hitting the gym my goal.
Her attitude, her anger. Let's just look at something. This is not judgment. This is analysis. Okay. All right. And with this analysis, this is a part of where someone like me will feel horrible about myself. Now, when I sit down at work, I'll get very offended because these fucking Hispanics would ask me about being, when I was having a baby, and I'll be ready to fucking jump down people's motherfucking throat. I would get offended. And one day while I was sitting down, I looked down at my stomach, and I was just like, man, I can't stand looking at this motherfucking stomach. I can't stand this hanging ass stomach on my body, and I gotta wear big clothes and all this shit. And I felt like that. That's how I felt, just how she is. And notice that she's sitting down in that chair. And I would tell you the pants that she has on, right? Those are those pants that you tie up. But here's the thing that's kind of throwing me off. Is that the pants that you can tie up in the middle? Or those the pants that you can tie up on the side because of the design of it? See, I can't tell. Then her belly, she has it over her belly. So it's going to have that hump. And then she has another shirt tucked into that shirt. This looks horrible. And she's sitting down. This is how I felt at work. This is how I felt like my body was doing. Just felt disgusted. Not disgusted. I just was like, man, I don't like this. I don't like my fucking body like this, man. Because here I was. See, my situation was I was trying to gain weight. And I was like, okay. But then as time went on, I said, hell no. I don't like this shit. I don't like putting on a dress and my stomach poked out. I don't like motherfucking putting on outfits and I couldn't stand it. I couldn't fucking stand it. And that's why part of now I walk around with a sports bra on and whatever pants I got on, and I put my pants on all the way on my body. But I walk around the house like that. That way I can feel and look at my body all day. Today I kind of went a little loose. I still put the pants over my stomach though, and wore my sports bra. But other than that, I like the feeling of just walking around with my body and just looking in the mirror at my body and just looking at myself and looking at myself and deciding every time I look in that mirror what is it that I want to change and transform, and also deciding in that mirror too, like I told you already, I don't wrote down the words eyes, nose, ears, mouth, that I'm going to sit down in that mirror and give myself a full feedback loop, okay, of what the fuck I see, my complexion, everything, and what it is that I need to start changing and transforming in my body, for my body. Okay? For me. All right? Now, look at her attitude and how angry she got.
Pause. Did you see the...
Okay, before we pause, this one right here, let's look at something. It's something with this one that stood a little bit out to me that I want to bring up
If
to
anything, that's a
with
compliment.
the
That
second
someone
person.
notices that you are so consistent with going to the gym. They're inspired by you. They want to tap into your consistency. That's a compliment.
The hardest part about dating as a bigger girl is feeling like...
Okay, I want to first make it clear that a lot of people who are big, we can see it in their faces that they are very angry. Okay? They're very angry. But and very bitter and just all fucked up on the inside, okay? And mean as fuck, okay? And they sit here and they say things that don't make fucking sense, and it spews out their insecurities and lack of self-worth. Let's listen one more time.
Like every guy only wants you behind closed doors.
Every guy wants you behind closed doors. Now we know there's guys that love BBWs. We know that you can go on dating sites and there's people that clearly say, I'm attracted to BBWs.
Now I know this isn't true in every single case, but like, gosh, sometimes it just really does feel like that. Literally last week, I had a guy who's kind of been like asking me to hang out pretty frequently. I have told him multiple times, like, we can hang out, but like, we're getting a drink first because I haven't met him in person. He always just kind of like brushes it off and then asks again this final time.
So she's dating online. I didn't even catch that. That's already a no bueno. She's dating online.
I was like, we can do something, but like, let's get a drink this week. Me asking to go out in public and get a drink, guess what that got me? That got me an unfollow on Instagram. This really is such a common theme, especially when I'm on the dating apps. I get a lot of like meeting guys and they like want me to come over or they want me to go over there. Then when I look at my friends who are online dating, instantly these guys are like wanting to take them out on dates.
Do y'all ever catch how the comparison? Do y'all ever catch the comparison? You need to understand and hear me very closely. No bitch that is fat and happy. There's no such thing as fat and happy. That's make believe, that's storytelling, that's Disney World. Nobody is fat and happy. Listen to the comparison.
Dates, as much as I hate to say it, like in the back of my head, I know what the reason is.
What was her friend skinny? Hold on.
And they like want me to come over or they want me to go over there. And when I look at my friends who are online dating, instantly these guys are like wanting to take them out on dates.
My friends who are online dating. Okay.
As much as I hate to say it, like in the back of my head, I know what the reason is. Of course, not every guy is going to be like that. And if a guy is going to be like that, that's not someone I would want to be with anyways, no matter.
So is she saying that the friends are skinnier? Or is she saying the friends look like her and she don't understand? See, this is the thing too. It goes back to the whole story of Christian and Valerie, right? And I was like, she was like breaking down and she was like, I don't understand how Chris always gets her way with men and I don't. And I told her, I said, because Chris don't take no shit. She gets her way. She don't deal with it. If they don't give her way, she fucking bounces. You don't do that. And I can tell she just still could not fathom why. And the thing is, this is what you got to understand to my audience that's out there. You got to get into the mindset of what's coming out of these people's mouths. Now, those of you who understand, it's not that hard to say no, right? Now, it may be hard to say no to what? Your own child, probably even your own sibling, and you probably have a favorite cousin that you probably can't say no to. And that's fine because those are the people that you love and you care about, right? But let's get into the world of strangers, okay? You get into the world of dating and people, you have to have boundaries. And if you want to be dating on that online world bullshit, then you really got to build some damn boundaries. Number two, those of us that have social skills, we understand that it's not hard to go out there, to go places that we like to go to, meet people as ourselves, mingle, have a drink in our hand, get to know people. When I went to the meeting today, do you know what I said? I said, hey, everybody, follow me on Facebook. Everybody, send me your Facebook, follow me. My name is such and such. They said, okay. One of them, she dropped me her addy. I followed her immediately. And she friended me right back. Okay. And then I'll be sending her a message soon anyway, too. So then also, oh, excuse me, we also know as people who have social skills, we also understand that when we go out and we meet people that we like and we talk to them, and I don't know, are these people just watching people's lives online? The fuck?
No matter what my size is. I know people who are dating who aren't bigger girls can say, oh yeah, well, I have guys that do the same to me. Yes, there are always going to be guys who do that, but I'm telling you, it feels 10 times harder to get a man to like stand up and be like, I want to take you on a date. For me,
see, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Not only is she fat, she don't have social surmounting skills. Oh yeah, baby. She don't have them. Man, I wish y'all like commented. Y'all like to go to the comment section, but y'all don't like to type in the chat room. I mean, when it's live, it's cool. Like, she don't have it. You got to look at it across the board. What's so hard? You go outside, you go to places you like, and you meet people and you talk. And you see, this is the main thing too. Where's her social skills? When you have social skills and you're socially surmounting, what's going to happen is you're going to see what people look like when you go outside. Oh, let me tell you, the first thing I noticed was a lot of bitches had flat bellies. I said, oh my goodness, all these bitches got flat bellies and 6-packs in their belly, 4-packs in their belly. I kid you not. I said, God damn, these bitches is bad. These are some tough ass bitches. These bitches got muscles. These bitches is bad. These bitches surf. They got degrees. Look what's in their arms, whether they with a man or a woman. That person is hot goddamn value. I didn't know nothing about that then. But this is when you go outside, people. We outside. This is the things that you see. She doesn't have a social surmounting lifestyle. I didn't mean to yell and get loud, but y'all get where I'm going with this. And this is why she sounds this way.
Versus what I've seen like all my other friends go through. It's something I've always dealt with, and I understand it, I get it, but it doesn't mean that it's not like a sucky feeling.
Okay, so first off, she's admitting that she attracts broke men. So this is the social reward of body positivity.
Wait. Exoticals United. When did she say that? Because you said that before. Let me hear this back.
So this is the social reward
for me versus what I've seen like all my other friends go through. And it's something.
Okay, yeah, because that's not what I'm seeing. Exoticals United. I'm not discrediting what you said here. I'm not at all. We at the top of the hour, y'all. What I was looking at is the front lobe of her brain. The frontal brain lobe. Is that frontal brain lobe? What's the word? Okay. Her brain and how it's what's her level, her frequency of intelligence in this conversation? Because you're saying that when you tell dudes you want to go out in public, they're blocking you. They're inviting you to their crib. What kind of men are you attracting? What kind of pictures do you have on this online dating site as well, that this is their way of approaching you? How do your friends date? These friends that you have, are they meeting these guys in person? Or are they online like yo ass, trying to find a dude online?
Something I've always dealt with, and I understand it, I get it, but it doesn't mean that it's not like a sucky feeling.
Okay, so first off, she's admitting that she attracts broke men.
Right. This is
So
what
this
Kuzi
is the
Knights is
social
saying.
reward of body positivity, being okay with being
Right.
unhealthy. And she said that the man hides her. And it's like, ma'am, if you're not even proud of yourself, if you're not even proud
Right.
of your own body, if you don't even love yourself enough to take care of your health, why do you expect to suddenly be able to manifest a
Right.
perfect Prince Charming? First of all, have you seen the men in our society? Manifesting a Prince Charming is damn near impossible anyway. But then on top of that, you have the audacity to think that you're going to attract some gorgeous
Right.
supermodel gentleman.
You're not going to do
all
that.
while simultaneously not giving a fuck about yourself. If you don't love yourself enough to even take care of your own body,
Right.
it's laughable to expect a random stranger from a dating app to show you respect and decency.
Right.
And she admitted that it kept happening over and over, and that her friends who were slimmer got treated better. And we don't
Right.
even know for sure if her friends really got treated better because they were slimmer, but let's just say that they did. Let's say that her friends have thin privilege. Okay, so instead of trying to get healthy, instead of
Right.
simply eating salads and putting down the cupcakes, I would rather go on a TikTok
Right.
and post so I can complain about how much it sucks to be at this body size.
Right.
Is this what body positivity is? Oh, and also, what happened to the argument of, oh, you attract what you are? You attract what you are. Okay,
Right.
so if you attract men that treat you like trash, or they don't want to
I'm
promote you, or
just
they hide you,
curious.
okay, well then can't.
I'm curious what the hell is on her dating set. Her dating site. Okay. Okay, so we got a fat cringe compilation, body positivity or delusion. Okay, this one is 57. This one is 1 hour. Fat obsessed and body positivity compilation. Because we about to listen to this shit. And we about to dissect it. We're gonna take these two right here.
I made that argument that you're attracting what you are. You want to hide your goals from yourself. You want to hide your own health and hide your body.
Right.
You want to try to hide your flaws and not have any discipline.
Right.
Yet you want to manifest a financially disciplined man to take you out on dates. You want to manifest a consistent man when you're not even consistent with yourself.
It's not gonna happen. You can't have a standard that you don't even do for yourself. I'm telling you, as I build myself up more, that is the standard of what I have that sits right across from me. That's in my face. I really do. I'm not gonna fucking hold you, bro. I'm not gonna fucking hold you. Like, we're gonna go ahead and get to these other videos that I found though. But let's go ahead. Not right now. Hold on. I want to get back into the other one.
Do you see the mental gymnastics this girl is doing? Also, she can stay complacent. Women are going through all this drama. They're posting all these TikToks over something that they could easily change by simply eating a salad or going to a doctor's office if they have a medication.
I know sometimes people will tell you like, oh no, like, you know, that's not the reason. That's not the reason. Have you met our society?
So now she's admitting that society is biased against people who are plus size. And it's like, okay, so if you're admitting that being plus sized is a disadvantage, why would you then try to encourage?
We don't have to go that deep. Let's go.
Off of it, because if you eat anything other than a salad,
let's get to
guy
this
texting
one.
you back.
We're gonna get to Miss Mickey Mouse.
Dating when you're plus size or curvy means that when you go on that first dinner date, you're going to order a salad and you're only going to eat half of it. Because if you eat anything,
the thing about them that gets to me is it's the way that they all talk. You ever notice, like, it's the comedian Bill Burr was like, man, one thing one group of men that have the same accent as a gay man. He was like, I don't care if he's from Texas, New York City, Philly, LA, Florida. When he's gay, they all talk the same. They all have that same accent. So do fat bitches. They all have the same accent when they talk, because it's this fucking thing that they do. It's this fat shit that they do, and it's so condescending. And you know what I know what I'm talking about. And it's like this, I am so smarter than you type of thing that they do. That's just like, oh, you fat bitch, you know. So it's like she's talking while trying to get a giggle and try to make everybody laugh, but the joke is really on her. Listen to her. Let's go.
Other than a salad, you assume that he's automatically going to think that you eat like crap for 99% of your life and chalk your weight up to that instead of.
Okay, so this is stupid. Once again, she's being a whole ass pick me. She just said, and you need to understand this. I need you to, like, I want y'all all to comprehend and gather around and really listen to this. As you are transforming your life and you are collapsing times and you are walking into the frequency that you want in your life, this is the kind of person who is out there, and the person before her who is out there. In any gender, they are out there. And you have to understand why. You have to lean more into your frequency. So when you go to Starbucks and you go to Walmart and you go places, and hopefully, like me, you're going to start going to higher vibrational places, meaning you don't want to fuck with Family Dollar no more. You don't want to fuck with Dollar Tree. You just gonna get to a point you don't want to fuck with none of that shit no more. You want to raise your vibrations up. You want to raise it up, right? You won't, so you will surpass a motherfucker. You won't even notice them while you're walking with your Starbucks cup. This motherfucker couldn't even walk past you to say good morning. You won't see them. This is why you need to lean all the way into your frequency. And this is why, if you still have these kind of hangups, I need you to cut that shit out right now. If you still got it, goddamn, hit me up so I could tell you to cut that shit out. All right.
Of like a medical condition, or in my case, an eating disorder.
Wait a minute, pause. This woman literally just admitted publicly on TikTok that she has an ED. Yet you have people coming over to our side of YouTube saying that being healthy is having an ED. So instead of worrying about her medical issue, which is the ED, she would still rather chase after dick and go on dates. And then she admitted that she would only eat a half of a salad. So she's going on a date eating a couple of tablespoons
We don't
of
even
salad.
need to go down that road.
So the man is literally triggering the
because
ED.
we heard
She
what
has
the
a
hell she
male-centered
said.
diet.
Because I'm gonna
So
go
she eats
ahead.
poison for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or she.
First of all, let's just get on the fact that Shorty said, when you go on this date with him, you're going to not eat the whole salad. You're going to eat half of it. So, bitch, you're going to stay sitting there with your date hungry? Is that what you're saying? So you're going to be sitting there at your date eating half a salad knowing your fat ass is still hungry. And you think he ain't going to know that your fat ass is still hungry? You think he ain't going to know that you fat and that you like to eat? What do you think that you on a date with? What are you on a date with? Okay. What are you on a date with? Like, and then you said it like we were supposed to laugh, like you was on. You said you telling us this story like you're behind a comedy skit, but you're also being like, okay, girls, the way I sit here and talk about like giving somebody some goddamn gems, bitch, you sound dumb. Let's go.
She doesn't care about her health when a man is not.
And I'm not getting emotionally involved in what she's saying. I don't give a damn about that. What I'm more so looking at is the bullshit that's coming out her mouth. But watch for the hook.
And just focus on myself.
She mentioned looking at the ex's Instagrams and realizing that he's only dated skinny women and automatically assuming that you.
Why are you looking at his ex's Instagram, and how do you know that that's his ex? That's the real question. How the fuck you know that? How you know what this bitch look like? The only reason, see, where I have failed, I knew what people exes look like because they still have videos and pictures of their ex still the fuck up. And that's why, moving forward, if anybody got that bullshit up, I'm not fucking with you. Cause you still got unfinished goddamn business to handle. And I ain't got time to be in the middle of that. Okay, so she has this thing of being in competition with other women. So she's a true pick me. All right, let's go.
You have no chance with him. But what you're also going to do is you're going to look at anything that his ex has posted and
look at her hand movement.
Never post anything that's similar.
So now this is the fake friend mentality, the psycho bitch mentality, because that's the type of bitch that'll go and try to be her friend so she can get closer to him through her type shit. Okay, so let's look at the logics of this audience. Okay, I wish I had one of them sticks, you know, when you point to the screen, right? And you can write on the whiteboard too. Exhibit A. She's looking at his ex-girlfriend. So let's look at exhibit A. Let's keep going down the line. Not only is she looking at the ex-girlfriend, she's digging down in her goddamn page, probably trolling under another name. And then while she's trolling this girl, because that's what she's doing on her page, she's making sure she doesn't post anything like this. So this is a whole stranger. She's catching the poor ex is catching a stray for nothing. This is a whole, and who's to say that is his ex? Who's to say that it was that goddamn serious? Who's to say that? So now you're making sure a whole stranger and you are not posting the same motherfucking pictures.
Because if he compares the two, he's going to see that you all look nothing alike and just put you down even further.
Okay, girl, but who the fuck say he gonna compare? Who say he gonna? You comparing? Cause you on her page. He probably don't even look at her. The bitch he looking at probably the bitch that you don't know what he looking at. Do you see how insane this is? If you with somebody and you got to be doing all this, then you don't need to. You ain't ready for no relationship, shorty. Man, I'm trying not to yell. I'm trying not
okay,
to yell.
So now she's in a full-blown spiral. Do you see?
Yes, tell it. She done went down. It ain't even a rabbit hole. She spiraled.
See all of the micro insecurities that come with something as simple as eating too many cupcakes. So when I talk about exoticals like
I ate on my birthday, y'all. And I ate some chips. Okay, I ate some chips. And I ate some chips again. And I was just comfortable eating them chips. They were nice and good. And then I got some mousse chocolate cake, something that's in the refrigerator right now, unless she took it when she left. And then I ate some pasta with a little chicken. And then what else did I eat? Remember I had the Japanese food and all that stuff for the day. Okay, check this out. I still ate in moderation. And I even told myself and caught myself that I need to chew my food slower. I need to chew slow. I chew too fast. These are little things about myself that I pay attention to. Now let's get back to her and my point here that I'm making. So because you go on a date with somebody, you don't even know how to be your complete self so much that you won't wolf down the food that you know you're going to wolf down on that date. He know your ass is fat. This is what's killing me about that part. Like, you don't think he don't know you fat, bitch? You don't think he not expecting you to wolf down all that food? Like, that's the part that, like, do y'all not get where I'm going with this? And let me hear Zydeco United, because this
being
bitch done
at a healthy
spiraled.
weight, part of why I'm talking about it is because it literally gets rid of a lot of these problems. First of
It
all, I have
does.
never in my life dated a man and then randomly asked about his exes and then tried to stalk and compare my body weight
Thank you.
to the exes.
Thank
That's
you.
insane. And also, she's like, oh, he's going to realize that you look nothing like them. Which one
Girl,
is it? Are you supposed to date a guy where every girl looks like you? Or are
girl,
you supposed
what?
to date a guy where you are his first? You know, you're the first dark skinned woman, you're the first big woman. Like, which one is it? The standard and the goalpost is always moving for dating. So
Right,
there's the mental gymnastics that comes with that. And then you tie that in with
right.
all these insecurities about
The
something as simple as your
insecurities
body
is
size.
mind blowing, bruh.
Imagine doing all this spiraling all because you don't want to eat a salad.
Right.
Or in her case, having an ED. And also, I'm starting to question the doctor that this
Girl,
woman
I
saw
don't
because it's
think
like,
this girl got a doctor or a therapist or a psychiatrist. That bitch is lying. So we're gonna go down a deeper path here. Let's go, man. You gotta love the
This is a
TikTok path.
compilation of our latest fat videos. Tess Holiday posted a video saying people are jealous of her. Yes,
Right.
jealous of being obese. Let's break it down.
Is people shitting all over us for just existing.
Existing? I'll let the comments decide if this video counts as just existing. I think this is a rhetorical trick because it frames any and all criticism as
He said, you weigh more. What? You weigh more than my Ford Lightning. The fuck?
on your very being. It's not a conversation. If we disagree with you, we deny your right.
Okay, let me show y'all something. Walking, that's another thing of why I needed to lose weight too. I cannot stand. I don't want to say stand, but I told you this, and I understand it now. Why I look at the way that people walk. And if I don't like the way that you walk, I don't fuck with you. And there is a reason for that. I'll explain. Your age is in your legs. Do you hear me? Your age is in your legs, but your health is in your legs as well. That's what I'm learning now. Because when a unfucked person is walking with a heavy ass foot, that tells me who you are. Why are you dragging your feet like that? Do you see how she's walking? That's not healthy. It looks like she's dragging her body, like she's carrying the weight of her body. This is not glowing up, people. Putting on nice makeup and making your skin glow and doing your hair. This is no. You have to do the full body makeover that includes your health.
Right to exist.
Shitting all over us for just existing. For just existing.
Girl.
If you guys really hate plus size people as much as you say you do, then leave us alone. Let us exist. Shouldn't bother you.
I wonder if you hear the words before posting. I think this sentence did not turn out as you planned.
Right.
What do you mean if you hate someone so much it should not bother you? The excess fat is inflaming your brain.
Right.
Anyhow, what you wanted to say is, what I do doesn't affect you, so look away. But that is objectively false. It does affect us. We live in a society. It absolutely bothers me when I'm asked to emotion.
Hold on. Jumping in Adriatic Sea in Italy as a size 24 with fans turned friends from all around the world because we deserve to take up space. Bitch, what?
Emotionally celebrate a preventable health crisis.
Shouldn't bother you that we sell out of your merch and show up looking better than most.
Wait, who's this mysterious we you keep mentioning?
Yeah, like
who do you refer to when you say we?
This is what she looks like. You have to think about, let me tell you something. And I stress this very hard, and they're killing me with these burgers on the grill. Okay. When you hit 40, 30, your mid 30s to 40, and your health is in the shitter, you were not doing something right at all, because 40 is not old. Let me say it again. 40 years old is not motherfucking old. And if you sit here and you carry on weight like this, you are going to have problems with your health. And I'm going to pay some of my 600-pound cases where you have to listen to what Dr. Now is telling these people about their health. I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to, I'm just looking at just the way she was walking was enough to tell me that she's not healthy.
Do you mean obese people as a group? So you are categorizing the world into fat
So
versus thin?
because she curvy and she got big titties and all of that, it's like, yeah, no, baby, no. This is unhealthy. This is unhealthy.
What's the cutoff here? BMI 30? How do I become one of you? And seriously, looking better than most, isn't this delusion? If the beauty standard is a melted ice cream cone, sure.
Looking better
Oh, that
than
was
most.
a little shady.
And we're still fat. Shouldn't bother you. Shouldn't bother you that we never have an issue landing a date, getting.
Do you see how they fucking talk? Remember that bitch that was like, work, 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 work. Now y'all gotta take your asses to work. Remember how fat she was and the way she talked? It's like it triggered. It was like, yo, you just wanted to hurt her. Like she was just, it's that fat bitch talking shit that she's doing. You know what I'm talking about.
A boo shouldn't matter. If fat people weren't in your orbit and in your brain as much as you deny that they are, it shouldn't bother you that we go to gyms and work out and take care of ourselves and do the things and are in the spaces that you are. Shouldn't matter.
Modern thinking.
But
I
it
like
does
it.
matter. It does. And you know why?
You know, somebody got a movie called Fat Bitch.
Because you're jealous of us.
I suppose by us you mean obese people or just fat people in general.
Right.
But let's take you as an example.
Somebody said, where are your kneecaps? Girl, they look twisted. This woman is not healthy, y'all. This woman is not, and I can't help it. I keep looking at her legs. Let me go down, y'all, so y'all can see what I'm looking at. I keep looking at her fucking legs, bro. Let me see. If I do this, that makes it tinier, right? Do this. If I do this, then that puts you on the screen. All right, let me just go ahead and do this one. Yeah, look at her legs bother me.
I don't make a mistake. What is there?
Who fake being anorexic? Oh my God, you're the girl who fake being anorexic, dead. And see, here's the delusion. Oh, listen, let me tell you something. You listen, just never mind.
That you have and I don't. Fame? Sure, but that's not something I aspire to. On the contrary. Health? Pretty sure I win this one.
Right.
Happiness? Well, I am satisfied with my life, but I don't think you are.
Right.
Looks? I am not a woman, so the comparison is difficult, but you did have a pretty face long ago. Now you're all bloated. Money? I don't think now you have much either. We can see by the popularity you get now versus then, and by the services now offer since you don't get more modeling gigs, so jealous. Jealous of what exactly? Or we can view this even from different lenses. Jealous of the diabetes and heart disease.
Yes.
Jealous of the mobility issues. What part of this is the desirable part I'm missing? Or as one of...
I know a woman, she talks about how hard it is to get up and down the steps. And I could hear her breathing. All right, she's my age. And I mean, she just be sounding so tired, you know, just so annoyed, so tired, so aggravated with it all. And I sat down and I was like, these type of things are things you should not ignore. You need to understand the importance of your breath and breathing properly. I'm sure as I learn about breathing more, I'm going to have to start practicing some more breathing exercises. Okay. You need to also understand the importance of, how do I say this? The importance of, you know, the body. Just learning your body, learning your skin, learning your muscles, learning about nutrition. You should. This is a part of a true, and see, social surmounting, right? This kind of person, what kind of social event and situation do you really think this person would be in? Shonda Rhimes didn't start touring and going to public places where we can have access to her until she started losing weight. Until she started, losing weight. And then when she did that, that's when you seen more Shonda.
Our commenter said, "You know what, Tess? I absolutely am jealous of you because if I let myself, I would eat to the point where I couldn't see my feet anymore. So have a box of Krispy Kremes and think of me. I'm also hungry." I blurred the name just in case. I really love your comments. Thank you all.
It does matter. It does.
And then what is the thing to me is this. I'm not saying that there's not nasty, shady people wherever you go. They're everywhere. It don't fucking matter where you go. But when you're socially when you're socially, or you're doing social surmounting, right? You need to know that these kind of people are not going to be there. Okay? Trust me. And when people go out and travel to the world, I haven't been nowhere. I haven't been across the pond yet, but I know enough to know that people are not. They don't welcome this kind of body image and this look. Do y'all not understand that this is an American and African thing? Because in Africa, African woman told me straight out her mouth. Africans have told me there are tribes where they want the women to be big, and they will feed you. They will put you in a tent and they will feed you to fatten you up. This is what women are taught. Okay? Nobody accepts this. Only America accepts this with a pretty face. Only America.
You know why? Because you're jealous of us.
See what I'm saying?
That is literally all it is. You're jealous that we are able to be happy and exist in our big fat bodies.
You see, she said able to be happy, not are happy.
You're jealous that we are able to be happy.
Because subconsciously even, your mind cannot accept this lie. And
it's her legs, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, I just keep looking at them damn legs, bro.
Jealous that you exist.
Because she really don't got no knees. Something is wrong with her legs.
I also exist. So how is your fat body better than my relatively fit body? What advantages do you have?
You're jealous that we are able to be happy and exist in our big fat bodies, and that threatens everything that you have ever been told about the patriarchy.
What?
And for everyone that's always asking my lip combo,
Nothing says health activism like selling lip gloss on Amazon while glamorizing obesity. I guess everything is content, right?
lip combo, it's when.
Why do I feel like she don't really even work out though? Why do I feel like she go to the gym just to flex? I don't feel like she really works out.
Ever walnut.
And that's probably why she probably lost her mind.
This Makeup Forever gloss. And this is in the color.
I think Tess knows her time has passed. She's not on covers anymore, not on every talk show, so she leans into rage bait. She knows saying people are jealous is insane.
Oh yeah, Tess.
It's the same as when she claimed she was anorexic. It's attention seeking. Anyhow, we can see in her eyes that she is really angry. Angry she's no longer relevant, angry that she realized she was only used for a toxic campaign. She is bitter, angry, very angry. I just cannot understand at whom. At all people? At the companies that dropped her? Maybe angry
she was
at herself, but definitely bitter. What do you think?
She was an emo.
They hate the fact that we eat whatever we want, and they really hate that.
Right.
It's fine if you're unhealthy.
Oh my god, you're so fat. You're so big.
We need to turn out this way. Oh!
Before you think I'm the problem.
Is there anything more healing?
I find it actually comical.
This is why I eat today as a beautiful plus-size bitch.
This is gonna make me sound like a bitch, but is there anything more healing than seeing the people who fat shamed you in high school become fat themselves?
Y'all need to hear something that I hear. Fat people are very spiteful and they're very vengeful. And they're very mean. And I used to always be like, for a long time, I did not want to fuck with nobody who's fat. I would not fuck with people who were fat. And I had found out in my life why I don't fuck with people who look a certain type of way. Because the way you look has a lot to do with how you carry yourself and your personality. When I think about what my ex did, right? And I was like, that was just so fucked up. And it's like, even when they lose weight, something still in them is like fucked up inside. That shit don't leave them. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when you talk to people and you find out like they lost weight, you got to get into them. Did they naturally do it? What did they do it for? Did they hate being fat and they did what they did to not be fat no more? Like, you have to psychoanalyze them to make sure you're not dealing with somebody who lost the weight due to depression, whatever, so they just end up losing the weight, or they lost the weight but they still, deep inside of them, they still are that 300, 400 pound fat bitch. You understand what I'm saying?
Karma's a bitch.
But by your logic that fat is good, they will be happier and have better life. So you wish them well.
Right.
Yeah, it was my mom. My mom has been skinny her entire life, but recently in the last 4 years she has gained a lot of weight. I personally don't care if people gain weight, but she was my first fat-shaming bully, so she gets what she deserves.
Me too. My mom was my first bully. She's gained a lot of weight recently after being naturally skinny her whole life.
Oh,
Guess
shit.
It's not just about eating a little less like she told me.
This.
Oh, that's so
my mother.
fucked up.
Moms usually ate the first bully. They were mine.
Both of my parents.
We need to turn out this way. Oh, stop it!
I just know she needed help getting up off that knee. You know there are areas of the body that they can't clean. Scissoring has to be hard. Is this the start of a Subaru commercial? Imagine the smells. Well, at least they're both pregnant.
That bridge is an engineering marvel.
I commend the people who built that bridge.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
my seatbelt, and bam, the seatbelt clicked. And before you think I'm the problem or just too damn fat for this car, the seatbelt locked on my smaller wife too.
Rob, your small wife is big enough to be a strong man, so I don't know what you're on about. But yes, cars are a problem.
You don't need the seatbelt, you were built to tank accidents.
Let's talk about something that may be controversial. When most people think of whey protein, they imagine a quick, convenient way to build muscle or recover after workouts. But what's rarely discussed is that protein powders and shakes are an ultra-processed food. It's the watery part left over when cheese is made. Traditionally, this was considered a waste product. Whey itself comes from milk. It's the liquid byproduct when making cheese, but by the time it's filtered, dried, flavored, sweetened, and packed into shiny tubs, it's far removed from its natural form. Our gut microbiome, which thrives on whole foods, fibers, and diversity, doesn't always
pay attention to how he's breaking down health. That's how we should be able to talk about our bodies. This is how I want to learn how to talk about muscle.
Recognize or benefit from these highly refined powders. A sterile scoop of protein powder doesn't provide that ecosystem much to work with, which is why some people notice bloating, discomfort, or just feel like something's off. Over time, relying on them as a staple can actually create imbalances rather than support health.
It's fine if you're fat. If you're like, oh no, it's not fine to be fat. Being fat's unhealthy. It's fine if you're unhealthy. If you're unhealthy, you still deserve love and respect and to have a happy life as much as you can.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with fat being fine. Fat is not fine. Excess fat is bad.
Also, being fat doesn't mean you're healthy.
Does not mean, but it's very likely.
Health is complex. Who gives a shit? That's the thing. If you're like, oh, you're so fat. I get comments all the time. You're so fat, you're gonna die. You're so fat. Yeah, I'm gonna die. So are you.
So is the universe at some point.
Like, none of it matters. Have relationships with people outside of the internet. Do things that you enjoy. Fucking dance, garden, eat a goddamn piece of cake. Who gives a shit if you're fat?
You should give a shit about your health, of course.
Do you actually want to fucking waste your entire life wishing that you could be thin? It's pointless. It is a waste of a life. Your life is worth so much more than that.
Well, I think overeating is waste of life. There is so much more to life than food.
My body is just the wrapping paper. It's the inside that counts.
A playlist.
Hold on, y'all.
This is what I eat in a day.
There is something going on within the person who is fat. I'm being as transparent as I can be. There is a lack. There is a complete lack of self-reflection. There's no improvement. There's no depth. There's no spiritual intelligence in these people, y'all. I'm telling you, there is none. Because you mean to tell me you don't own a mirror? Hold on. If you're doing makeup, you own a mirror. But you mean to tell me you looking in that mirror and you okay with that? No. You mean to tell me that you're walking around with your feet dragging, breathing crazy? You mean to tell me that you're looking at your flabby ass body and skin and rolls and everything? Because that's another thing too I hated. I had started getting rolls, y'all. I started getting rolls. I wasn't feeling that shit. And you telling me that you're not looking at that and you're not feeling. And here's the thing. You look at yourself, you don't like what you see, and then you do nothing about it. You can't tell me this shit not connected to some type of intelligence, bro. Damn, I'm loud. Let me fucking.
As a beautiful plus size bitch. If you don't want to see a confident fat woman in her own skin, keep fucking scrolling. We don't want or need you here, bitch. For dinner, we have pizza. I'm gonna eat the rest of this half pizza. That's what you guys think. For dinner, I have 2 pieces of pizza, 2 breadsticks.
Bread with bread. Nice.
Any fiber?
Back to the whey protein conversation. Another thing worth noting is the hidden ingredients and marketing tricks. It's a fact that behind the labels, most protein powders are filled with hidden extras, stabilizers, gums, artificial sweeteners, or cheap fillers that bulk up the scoop without you realizing it. Even regulations aren't always reassuring. In Europe, the standards for testing
Let me tell you something. The fact that the fat chick said, you remember the one that was like, and when you get with a gym bro, bitch, you're not attracting a gym bro. You're not going to attract a gym bro unless the gym bro looks at you and can see what the hell your body will look like and see you ain't attracting no gym bro. You know, gym bros got money. Like they actually work, make money. They actually do shit with their fucking lives as well as their bodies, and they're active and they like to travel.
Are often stricter than in the US, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're safe from misleading marketing. Companies are smart. They know which buzzwords sell, and they know most people won't read the fine print.
Oh my God, you're so fat. You're so big. You're obese. Do you know how big you are? I have eyes. I can see. I know what I look like.
And you still ain't do shit about it.
You have eyes, but not accountability. Eyes, but not brain.
You have eyes, but not accountability. Eyes, but not brain. Eyes, but not no intelligence. Eyes without no self-reflection. Let's go.
I doubt that one person has ever said that.
When you have a partner who randomly films you because they think you're so pretty, you deserve this kind of love too.
To your face. You just perceive that people.
I doubt that one person has ever said that to your face. You just perceive that people are saying that when in actual fact, you're the only one that looks at you. You know what? They get these comments because it's like the universe is like, bitch, you lying to yourself. And I'm going to keep having all these people show you that you lying to yourself. Trust me when I tell you.
People are saying that when in actual fact, you're the only one that looks at you.
Yeah, but you have a big heart. That's what matters. Don't worry, it's the inside that counts.
Compared to what? A deceased person. This is my second comment. She ain't the first one. Put her on gym. It's like buying Bitcoin in 2010. Your doctor or marine biologist.
Their knees are bothering.
Maybe she grabbed the doctor in her face.
Get a new doctor. Nothing healthy about morbid obesity.
She eats whalefish as a compliment.
I'll tell y'all something. Do y'all know people like this can't even wipe their ass? Do you know these bitches can't even wipe their ass?
He said heavy, not healthy. We need excavations. Seem to find her knee as a farmer. Yes, you are healthy. And your doctor is Dr. Pepper. We need.
Did he mention?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Your thighs are eating your knees.
Ooh, why they need one like that?
I find it actually comical that there's still legitimately people out there
why your titties look like that? Oh.
who think that fat girls are ugly and shouldn't wear bikinis.
Oh no, girl. This is what I'm telling you. I looked at my body. And okay, let me tell you, today I could actually fit the body shaper on, the one I ordered like last year or something. And a medium one, I actually flipped it on my body today. I was like, oh shit. It's tight, but it actually fit on my body. So that was pure confirmation that I lost a lot of weight.
So sorry to disappoint.
OMG, your freckles are totally freckling and I'm so jealous.
That's because people who never had a weight issue truly don't understand.
I'm one of them. Only because if you were mine, I'd want to keep all that body to myself.
Again, back to protein. You can make the protein shake much healthier by rethinking how you use it. Instead of just mixing powder with water, try blending it with fiber-rich fruits, leafy greens, nuts, or seeds.
Okay.
The fats and fibers help slow absorption, balance blood sugar, and support your gut bacteria.
Right.
Occasional shakes, especially when you're on the go, aren't harmful, but they shouldn't replace real.
Oh, now this right here, I want y'all to see. I'm gonna try. Hopefully, it goes down. But look at this person's feet and legs, and look at all the weight at the bottom of their body compared to the top of their arms. Look at the feet and the legs. Look how the feet look like they're squeezing in the shoe. And it looks like, how does this person walk? You look unhealthy. I mean, you look unhealthy.
Food. Think of whey protein as a supplement, not a meal in itself. And when you combine it with whole ingredients, it becomes less of a chemical product and more of a nutritious smoothie that your body actually recognizes.
Okay.
I'm not at all.
Well, only losing 1 or 2 pounds a week looks like 9 months later. Same, bro.
All against protein shakes. They can be beneficial in many cases. I drink.
Look at that. Same, bra. What only losing 1 or 2 pounds a week looks like 9 months later. Losing 1 or 2 pounds is a lot of weight to lose, y'all. Just for me to drop down, like I'm damn near past 80, 70. I've had like 80, because it's not 80, it's 89, 80. So that's 9, right? To 70. So I'm like about, see what I'm saying? About 20 pounds I lost. See what I'm saying? From what, and that's deep because that tells me how much I gained since getting here. That means I gained about 30 pounds or some shit coming down here.
Not more than a few shakes a week, only after hard workouts. We're going to be talking about a video that popped up in my feed that really highlights the fat acceptance mindset. So we're going to watch this video together.
Things I'm not allowed to do because I'm fat.
Stop at certain points and break down why this way of thinking is wrong. Let's start.
These are some things I'm not allowed to do because I'm fat. When you're fat, there's honestly just a long ass things that literally feel illegal for you to do. For some reason, when you're fat, you're not allowed to say that a man was like hitting on you or like has a crush on you or something, because people will literally be like, are you sure? People will literally not.
That's the first thing that she said, y'all. I'm trying to tell you.
Believe that someone could be attracted to you, and it's kind of absurd, actually.
You're saying it's absurd that people doubt men are attracted to you, yet attraction is not guaranteed and it's not owed to anyone. People are allowed to have preferences. Attraction is subjective, yes, and people are attracted to differently, but attraction is also influenced by health, lifestyle, and cultural standards. Yeah. Let's not ignore the fact that for most, attraction isn't just about personality, it's about physicality too. Of course, there are men who are into bigger women, that's obvious, but it's not some massive conspiracy that most men aren't. That's just reality. Yeah. What frustrates me is how fat acceptance turns this into society hates fat people, instead of admitting that health, appearance, and lifestyle matter to most people when they pick a partner. It's just human nature.
This was most an issue for me in like high school. I would be like, no, I think this guy likes me, like he did this, this, and this. My high school like friends would be like, are you sure? Like maybe he just didn't mean it like that. Because to them, the thought of someone liking you is like impossible and kind of funny. Another thing that feels actually illegal to do when you're fat is to love your body for the way that it is now, without people saying that you're promoting obesity.
Here's the problem I have with this statement. You want to separate loving yourself from promoting obesity, but the way you present it blurs those lines. Loving yourself at any size is fine, but when you start broadcasting that message to an audience and portraying obesity like it's just another harmless body type, that's not just self-love anymore. That's influencing. And when people push back and say this promotes obesity, it's because intentionally or not, it does.
Right.
You're showing people that there are no consequences, no urgency to change, and that being obese can be treated like it's a perfectly sustainable condition.
Right, right.
But obesity leads to many health issues, and ignoring science to protect feelings is dangerous.
Right.
I just think that the fact that there are people who see people loving themselves as like a negative thing, because
that's not self-love. See, that's the real delusion that needs to be cracked. This is not self-love. I used to be one of those. I used to be like, at least she take care of herself. At least she put on, no, baby, that's not self-love. Self-love is self-love from head to the top of your head to the tip of your toenails. That's self-love. You take care of all of that. You take care of the internal. That's what the glow up is about. The glow up is about losing weight. The glow up is about enhancing your Lookmaxing, as they call it. The glow up is about all of that, teaching you how to get proper beauty sleep and shit. That's what the glow up is for.
Their body doesn't look like what you would want your body to look like is crazy. Like, I don't know, a lot of people just can't admit that they just hate fat
So why
people
would
because
you
that's
want
the
your
case.
body? You don't want your body to look healthy. You got a problem with your body looking healthy. If you're thick, you're thick. You can't help that. But you can still thin. I mean, I'm starting to be on the Exotical United side, and I'm thinking that to be slender is the best thing to be. Because I remember that time I told you, it was prior to me getting sick. Matter of fact, it was probably the day of me finding out I was sick. And I was sitting down waiting outside. And I remember how sick I was, because when I got in the car, when she drove me home, I just got in the back of the car and just passed out. And I remember that lady, when I told you, I said she had the flat shoes on. She had on the pants, she had on the shirt, and she had on a button up top, and she had this bun on her head. And I was looking at her, and I was like, and see, that was sacred synchronicity, right? And I was like, that looks like me. I literally fucking said, that looks like me. Those shoes look like shoes I've had before. And I said, I felt jealous. And I caught myself like, why the fuck am I feeling jealous? I don't even know this lady, and she's beautiful. She has beautiful long hair in that bun. I can tell from here. She's just minding her business with her flat shoes and her, her outfit. That was the universe giving me a message right then and there about what needed to happen with my body. Now I'm thinking about that shit right now. And I'm starting to be on the Exotical United side with everything and being like, I think we should be slender. I'm all for being a little bit more slender. If you naturally are curvy or whatever, but yeah, you got to have your health together.
Talk to a fat person who's like, no, I love myself, like I like my body the way that it is, and the only thing that you can say back is that they're promoting obesity. Like, that's so bizarre that you think that there's something wrong with like loving your body. No fat person is being an influencer to gain weight. I don't care what people say. That's not a thing.
But that's not the point. The danger isn't that people are trying to get fat.
Right.
The issue is that by glamorizing obesity and shielding it from critique, these influencers create a culture where people stop trying to get healthier.
Yeah.
If you convince people that every warning about obesity is just fat phobia, you're encouraging them to stay in a condition that puts their lives at risk.
Okay.
Also, people don't like dishonesty. So when you say you love your body the way it is, I think you're lying. What is there to love about being fat? The accept part I can understand.
I don't know.
Love?
When you're fat, mental health is like an interesting thing that's never really taken as seriously as I think it is for other people. Like, if a fat person is going through something, no matter what it is, people will automatically like relate it to your weight. I have had so many times where I've been like in therapy and talking about something completely different, and the therapist could be like, well, do you think that it's like linked back to the fact that you're overweight? And I'm just like, is there a lot of trauma that comes from being fat? Absolutely.
Girl, before you get on her, Mountain thinking, let me get her before you do. I won't be long. Bitch, your therapist is asking you that. It does connect to your behavior, and it does connect to things. There has been scientific studies that shows that young ladies who are big, who come from certain neighborhoods, they get big and big because that's their way of protecting themselves. Or they had to grow up fast inside of their homes, and so they get very big. There are people who they used to be big and they lose weight and they feel like they don't feel the same no more since they're not big anymore. You get what I'm saying? So, girl, there is something psychological there.
This is where
somebody even told me she orgasms better now that when she lost weight. Like her orgasms, like she has a better orgasm in bed. And I said, well, why is that? She's like, I don't know. When I lost all that weight, I just get better orgasms.
Accountability gets blurry. The trauma of being obese often comes from the real health problems tied to obesity. A lot of the problems comes from the actual strain your body is under. Acting like weight is just a random feature like hair color or height ignores the fact that it's a modifiable condition, tied heavily to diet and lifestyle. Therapy pointing out that your weight might affect your mental health isn't biased. It's medically sound.
Right.
Mental health and physical health are connected, whether people
Yes,
like it or not.
Yes, it is.
There's a lot of science how
still
excess...
I do. And before he gets to that, I stand on what I feel. I believe the way you take care of yourself is all to your intelligence. How you socialize in this world is connected to your intelligence. I believe that very strongly. And I'm
body fat influences your brain in terms of
I'm coming to stand on it.
Inflammation and so on. Being overweight affects your hormones, your energy, your brain, your mobility, so even your confidence.
And I don't think as fat people, all of our like issues have to do with being fat or stem from being fat, but people always think that. When you're fat, you're also not allowed to be in a happy relationship.
Relationships are complicated, and of course fat people can find love, but if someone doesn't want to date someone obese, that doesn't make them evil or shallow. It makes them honest about their preferences.
Right.
Nobody is saying you're not allowed to be in a happy relationship. The reality is that people have standards, and physical health plays into that, whether you want it to or not.
The friend I had, she started... This has to do with social surmounting. It's simply the best. Tell me it doesn't. When you go out here and you go to these events and these social events and wine tasting events, the women don't fucking look like this. The men don't even look like this. Like I said, you know, hold on, what was he talking about?
If someone doesn't want to date an obese person, just means they value certain things in a partner that obesity doesn't align with. What you seem to want is universal acceptance, and that's just never...
Nobody... Let's look at the lifestyle of people, just from even the books we have ever read about the 100 ways rich people think, anything about success, about the path to wealth and success, anything where you read that, right? What are the things that successful people do? Number one, I tell you, they work out. That's number one. They jog. It ain't even work out. They fucking jog. They jog. And they jog, okay? And they jog for hours. Number one, they're active. They're doing what this guy's doing, going hiking, and about hitting the gym. Shit, you go hiking, that's equivalent to hitting the gym. They go hiking, right? Walking, speed walking, bird watching, climbing some shit. Because a lot of time when you take a hiking trip, you're going to, sometimes you are climbing a little bit, depending where you go. Like to be in nature a lot, likes to be outside a lot, likes to be in public places to socialize. Okay, I love fat people not past 250. Honey, I was 189, girl, and I went down. Never the fuck again. Never the fuck again.
Some people will like you, others won't, and that's true for everyone.
Right.
It becomes frustrating to listen to because fat acceptance tries to make preference itself into a form of discrimination.
Yeah,
this is something that very much frustrates me for sure. For one, I have a girlfriend, and a lot of people will comment on my shit and be like, you only have a girlfriend because a man wouldn't date you, which is so bizarre. Like, I don't want a man. I just feel bad for the plus size girls who are only girl kissers, because y'all probably get told all the time that you're only fruity because men wouldn't like you. When in reality, it's men that are saying this to you, and if you think that men are so dateable and amazing, why don't you go date one? Have fun. But also, God forbid you are in a relationship with a skinny man when you're fat. Forget about it. He has a fetish, you're rich, all these terrible things. But again, this always pisses me the fuck off, because ugly men are allowed to date the most beautiful women ever, and I'm just like, guys, collectively, we have to stop doing that. We have to stop.
This part is honestly hypocritical. You don't want people to judge fat people for dating who they want, but then you turn around and shame women for dating men you consider ugly. You're doing the exact same thing you accuse others of doing, deciding who is or isn't worthy of love based on appearance.
Okay, we know that Southwest Airlines is changing their customer size policy.
Oh, I hate this voice on a fat bitch. I hate this voice. What is going on with this one? That's what I was saying. Okay. Plus size park hoppers. Okay, I don't know. What? I'm sorry, that made me laugh. Yes, the friend. She complains so much about her body. I'm fat. I'm too small to have all this weight on me. I can't do nothing. And there was times she didn't do nothing. And I would be like, just go for a walk. And I mean, it got so ugly that her husband, she had a hard time with him exercising and shit. It was just terrible. And I'm saying all this to say her attitude got terrible along with everything else on top of it. Like, for real.
Policy. Hey everyone, we're plus size park hoppers and we mention sizes from 2X to 5X. Make sure you like this video and follow us for more plus size tips and tricks. We've been getting a ton of questions asking about which airline we use. As Southwest loyalists over the last 10 years, we were definitely surprised to hear about all of the changes coming. If you haven't heard, Southwest is implementing assigned seating, and with that, they're making changes to their customer of size policy. The current policy allows plus size
all out to keep weight of the plane balanced. Oh,
fuck. Travelers who encroach upon the neighboring seat to purchase an extra seat and get refunded for it after the flight. But unfortunately, on January 27th, 2026, this policy will be changing. Plus size travelers can still purchase an extra seat, but it will only be refunded if the flight isn't completely full and if both seats are in the same fare class. While it is nice to know that the extra seat could potentially be refunded, the possibility that it wouldn't remove so much of the peace of mind that the previous policy provided. The policy that is unfortunately changing has helped so many plus-size people feel more comfortable about traveling. We can say with certainty that it has given so many people the confidence to travel when they thought that it might not be a possibility. The customer of size policies aren't just for the comfort of plus-size travelers, but for the comfort of everyone. In our several years of flying Southwest, the majority of our flights have been full, so it's hard to imagine that we would be refunded 100% or even most of the time. In a day where flights are already expensive, it's hard to ignore the fact that Southwest planes do tend to have less room overall, are less comfortable, and provide less amenities. Southwest has honestly taken away everything that made them more convenient than other airlines with no added benefits. Ashley and Sarah recently flew JetBlue, and they were shocked by how much more comfortable and roomy the standard seats were. Not to mention the free Wi-Fi and the TV screens. For our future trips, we'll be branching out and trying other airlines. And those of us who need an extra seat will split the cost between each other. If there's a chance we're going to be paying for an extra seat, we might as well be doing it in a more comfortable plane with a fun little TV.
How is it unfair to pay for 2 seats if I need 2 seats? You still get refunded if the flight isn't full.
As a big guy myself,
I
think it's BS that I get refunded for the second.
Hold on, wait. What was that fucking comment?
How is it unfair to?
How's unfair to pay for seats if you need 2 seats? You still get refunded if the flight
Pay
is
for 2
full.
seats if I need 2 seats. You still get refunded if the flight isn't full.
As a big guy myself, I think it's BS that you get refunded for the second seat. I've never once thought I should get treated better or anything because of my size. It's embarrassing, actually.
Shh. Don't be logical. They'll call you hateful and miserable. Are you telling me I can identify as plus size and get 2 seats to myself?
This nigga.
No, there's nothing I can do but a fucking heart attack, Ken.
Oh.
Or like cardiac arrest.
Right.
That'll take care of it. Kind of.
Do you believe in the saying, no pain, no gain?
No. I gained 90 pounds with no pain.
Knee pain.
So the back pain comes after.
Reverse, no gain, no pain.
It's always a good idea to lose some weight and build some muscle. At the end of the day, carrying less fat and having more muscle is just better
I
for your health,
love
your confidence.
weight loss journeys. Let me tell y'all, when people lose weight from the gym and I watch it, man, I love that shit.
And honestly, your quality of life. Think about it. Being overweight puts extra strain on your heart, your joints, your organs, and it's linked to many health problems. And when you add muscle on top of that,
Yes. Let me just go ahead and go to my 600-pound life. Dr. Now on health. And I just want y'all to hear what Dr. Now says to him about how he tells them, hey, you have to get this together. Okay, so we're going to play a clip. This is fair use, so I'm going to talk over it. I ain't even going to bother to change the audio. Other Indian girl that used to help people come in and measure them, but she couldn't hide her facial expressions, you know. She was Middle Eastern, and she used to frown up so much at them. Like, girl, do these people stink? Girl, we used to always look at her like they couldn't have her on TV no more. She probably requested to leave. I bet you that was too much.
Hello. I've known I'm over 600. I'm just sure how far over I am now.
The part that always kills me, right? They always be like, I'm gonna go ahead and just have it playing and y'all could just look at the screen. They always be like, oh, I have weighed myself. I don't know how much I weigh. And then they have a nerve to be shocked when they see how much they weigh. That's the point that killed me. Watch this shit. 618, bitch. You ain't know you weigh. And be the sad shit. Like, that don't make no motherfucking sense.
What I expected. So I'm glad I haven't gained a lot more.
I'm glad I didn't gain a lot more.
Not happy about that number.
Not happy about the number, but then you don't do nothing to fix the goddamn number. But you want to talk about you're not happy about the number. But I'm not even worried about that. I just want you to see how irresponsible they are. And this is sad because one thing I do notice with this weight shit is two things. I noticed that the children will either take on the pattern of the mom's weight, the way of her weight, or the dad or the parents' way of or the child will work out. I seen one guy, he was working out and hitting the gym hard, and his mother was just overweight.
Here to change that. So hopefully this is the last time I see a
girl, please.
Okay. I'm not going to
now, Dr. Now.
Yes.
And who's with you?
Leave on a couple Scorpio.
Good to meet you all.
Right.
Nice to meet you as well, Dr. Now.
All right. Where y'all coming from?
Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh, in Ohio.
Frankfurt.
Look at this. Look at this.
All right. I'll take you from Ohio to come down to Houston.
It took us 2.5 days.
2.5 days.
Yes. Lose weight.
So
Get the bypass surgery.
okay. So you're 34 and
34 years old, honey, and you are 618 pounds. Oh, goodness. Love you, but I can't watch anymore. I dated someone who was fat, and they taught me a lot about how they get treated. She was actually happy with her weight and wore it well. She opened my eyes. I can't, I hear you. At this point in my life, She wasn't 600 pounds though, right? I'm just saying. And see, here's the thing. Here's the thing simply. I understand in our culture, it's natural to see a thick woman because that's our culture. Remember, I said in America and in Africa, America, the Caribbean, and Africa, these things are okay. She was 220. I do agree that anything more than that is too much. The biggest I've ever been with was 180. That's me. I went down. I was 189. My ass was 189. I still to this day, like now that I lost weight, I still can't believe I was weighing that much. I was 1 fucking 89. I'm ready to get all this shit off me and this shit should never come back again.
618 pounds.
And the thing is, for me, I'm on some exotical United shit. Like I say be slender. I say be slender as you can. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But still, you can still be unhealthy with all that, with your thick legs and big old booty and titties. All that stuff start weighing on you after a while.
Yes.
All right. So what seems to be challenges with your eating habit?
I'm a binge eater.
Binge eater all day?
It's an everyday thing.
Everyday thing.
Were you able to motivate yourself and change that?
Yes.
Right. So you know you a binge eater, and you know that you do this every day, but you're not trying to change it. See what I'm saying?
I think you can do that.
I believe I can. It's time for me to take care of me instead of everyone else.
Yes.
It's time for me to focus on me instead of the rest of
Who is this? Well,
my family. Focus on me and my little family here, and instead of taking care of everyone else, it's time for me.
All right. So a typical day, just walk me through what you eat and what you do all day.
Right.
So when you wake up in the morning, what time you wake up?
I'll usually wake up about 11:30
11:30. Okay.
a.m.
Okay.
Take my medicine, drink a couple cans of pop, diet pop.
Diet pop?
Yes.
In the morning?
In the morning.
Okay.
Then I'll find us something for lunch.
Gonna find a comedian.
You fix something or you order something or you...
Depends on the day. Here lately we've been fixing more of our food home.
What I'm saying.
So if you fix, what do you fix?
Remember the difference.
Ramen noodles, cheeseburgers,
I never noticed.
sandwiches, like lunch meat sandwiches, chips.
I'm not trying to be
Okay.
cold
Stuff
or
along that line.
anything.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
That's
like,
perfect.
this is something that I'm starting
And then
to
after
realize.
that, what do you do?
Being
Sometimes
189
I'll take a
pounds,
nap
that was
or go
too
sit in
much.
the front
I
room and watch a
You
movie.
just woke up, you take a nap?
Yeah.
I hate
Okay.
that shit.
And what time you go to bed?
I'm usually in bed by 7:30.
Okay.
So you sleep from 7:30 till 11 o'clock next day?
Mm-hmm.
You know how many hours is that?
Way too many.
You know, the fact that you sleep from 7 o'clock at night till 11 o'clock next day is very abnormal. Okay.
Now that's how I was sleeping while I was getting my sleep this weekend. I was sleeping like that because matter of fact, I was getting my sleep. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm
So
just
you
saying.
should get 8 hours sleep. Okay. And that's not healthy. But depression may be a factor in that too. If you're sleeping that much, and we need to address that.
I'm in therapy for my.
I love Dr. Nawazin's this is the Libra in him coming out, the glamour.
Binge eating, and I see a psychiatrist for my mental health. So I've been working with them for a while, and it's helped me get quite a bit of it under control.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing that.
Right.
And I'm sure it has been a help to you.
Yeah.
But regarding your issues with your eating habit, it doesn't appear that you have anything under control with that. So I'm guessing it has been more of help with other issues. Because with your medical history I'm seeing in your file, you had a lot of anxiety and depression in the past?
Yes, I still struggle with anxiety and
Oh
depression.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go to Justin Whitehead because I don't want to get copyright. I want y'all to just see how these people's days start. Okay, he's gonna be yelling and stuff over the TV, good, because that's gonna help with
God
the copyright.
damn.
This is her starting her day.
What in the fuck is she shaped like?
This is what they life. This is their lives. This is what this is them.
Ooh, what the hell that is back down? God damn!
Loud, y'all.
This bitch got a gristle on her back. Oh, wipe them fucking tears, man. You gotta make sure you got your asshole lined up with that fucking hole. I wish you would shit and piss on this floor and I already gotta wipe your big ass down. Just sitting down and relieving your fucking self. Just look at this crazy ass.
Because my weight is more than what
God damn.
necessary. I feel like I can't do anything on my own. I can't even sit in the bathtub, so I have a sponge bath.
I bet. Just look at all that goddamn body. Girl, you better bend your fucking knees pulling her up like that.
Look at how this woman is shaped.
I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Beyonce.
Girl.
See.
That is her ass. This is what
you got to wipe with some fucking force, girl. You ain't cleaning off no goddamn table. No fucking wooden. Oh my goddamn. There you go. Yeah, lift that up. We wouldn't want to leave that out.
Look at this.
Get a damn stomach like the bottom of a fucking sofa cushion.
I'm not trying to be funny, but that's
just rest this. God damn, I see why he in there. Goddamn leg go back like that, girl. I just want to know what the fuck that wing is on your goddamn back like that.
That's her ass. Look at her stomach.
Oh my God. Now, is that her asshole or what? What in the fuck is that?
That's what I'm saying. This is why. This is what I be talking about on the show.
I just never dreamed my life could get this bad.
How the fuck? Oh, yeah, I don't give a goddamn about how you grew up, bitch.
Let me tell you
ain't
something.
Finna ruin my goddamn Sunday with this.
Something about Justin. He don't give a fuck about the backstory.
And the damn thing you finna say gonna tell me why you fucking huge.
He ain't gonna listen to no backstory. Okay, he gonna turn that shit.
Just look at that.
He feel like that's not.
Just look at it. Where are fucking teeth?
He said we need to hear about now.
You don't chew like that when you got no goddamn teeth in your mouth. She's sitting there gumming that fucking pizza.
It doesn't matter if it's finishing my life, and it doesn't matter if it's the wrong thing to do. At the time, it felt like that's the only choice.
Lord, have mercy, Jesus. Now what the fuck is that? Don't get her now one of them.
And then they eat non-stop.
They had the nerve to bite off the bitch and sit it down on the plate. You could have put that whole fucking bite in your mouth.
I don't want to live anymore. For a while, she was barely hanging on for me and Tony. I think it
just look at that.
Yeah. She found me dead one day.
This is my point. Like, these people don't have full brain capacity to be like.
I will kick that fucking plate dead off her goddamn stomach.
Before they
or
even
chest
get there, they just let
or
that
titties, whatever the fuck that is she got it sitting on.
I always thought that I raised her really good, and then I look at her and I think, but you taught her a lot of bad habits.
And she ain't too far from your goddamn size herself.
So how did that happen?
I failed Charlie. I failed my mom. My mom has brain cancer.
Yeah, look at her, might as well.
She was going through her radiation.
I can't even say it's sad no more. It's not sad to me no more.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, this one going pretty far.
I wake up every day to the same miserable experience.
I bet.
Because my weight has me trapped in this chair all day, every day. And I hate it. All I can do now is eat and sleep.
Oh, really?
Except on the days where I'm forced to take a bath, which I really hate doing.
Force?
Yeah, this is a slow.
Me and my wife Beth live with my mom, my sister, and her fiance Keith.
How force? Hey, somebody gotta force you to take a bath and you got a damn wife.
Take a bath. But I try to avoid it as much as I can.
Stinking bitch.
You have to get washed up today. Okay. So I'll go
There was one nigga that was drinking anything.
A fucking bucket.
These people are waking up slotted. Let me tell you.
Somebody have to tell your ass it's damn time to fucking.
You ain't gotta go down this road no more. Listen, so when I was sick, I was so sick, y'all. I kid you not. I told you I was from the bed. I was from the bed to the bathroom. I was so motherfucking sick. I felt like I wanted to roll over and piss in the bucket. That's how sick I was, y'all. I kid you not. And I said, hell no. This will not be my life. This will not be my existence. Okay? I mean, you have to have some kind of boundary. You got to have, like, when do you realize, like, yo, I don't want to get bigger than this? When do you look at yourself and go, I need this to change? Jackie Anna marries her employee, then blocks thousands of people. Oh boy, Jackie Anna's a fucking mess. That one's a mess. I see another video that I want to touch on that somebody did. I'm trying to be careful here because I'm talking about somebody else's video. Maybe it's best I just play it and kind of like not show them. I don't know. Something just telling me not to put this for sure.
I am back, and I wanted to follow up with a really quick take on another issue that I saw happening on social media this past week. I want to say something really quickly though before I go into this, which is that a lot of people are getting ready to delete their TikTok. One other fallout from this clusterfuck of an administration is that we are in a situation where the TikTok app is about to be taken over by a couple of different US investors who are going to retrain the algorithm to fit US needs, supposed US needs, right? I want to point out the fact that the only reason why the TikTok app was ever actually on the current administration's shit list is because back in 2020, when the current president was running for re-election, that there was so much information put out about him, and
that's Wolf on.
Whatever we was mixed up with, it's me. more than he was talking to the other ladies in the room. And ever since then, those ladies have been treating me like shit. And it wasn't my fault. He was just talking to me. I mean, probably because I was confident enough to speak back to him. I don't know. But
she does look a lot older. That's immediately what I thought. I thought that this was a much older woman. I was going to say maybe 60, 65, who was reflecting on her life. It turns out she was only about 50 years old, and she very recently has lost 170 pounds. In fact, most of her account up until that post was celebrating her weight loss and light skin privilege, texture privilege, feature privilege, whatever, all those things. But to me, it's all underneath the same umbrella. It's all the same thing. Pretty privilege is just the halo effect, which just plays into the politics of desirability. Like, it's all the same thing. I didn't feel the need to break the things apart. But people were very insistent on this woman understanding that she's not beautiful. She's just light-skinned. And I thought to myself, well, this is interesting, because normally, especially when it comes to other women, normally what women will do is, in the face of a conversation about looks, women will try their damnedest to pump you up and call you beautiful, even if you don't fit society standards of beauty, whatever that is. So by the same token, there was another young woman, this woman right here, who made a video, and you can see the words on the screen here. She talks about never getting asked out, being bullied, etc., etc. Now I look at a woman like that and I think, oh, we're similar in looks. And
okay, let's just go ahead and just talk about it. I gotta get to this video. This video's just been looking me in my face. When we get to this lady right here, she shows you.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this
the science, we did a video today. There is a science to beauty. There's a science. There has been absolute studies. NYU is fucking notorious. Was the York College? What is that college? One of the big colleges is notorious for studying people. And they have been studying what symmetrical face shape, what eyes, what nose, what is the most beautiful nose shape, and all this kind of shit. And there's a science to it. Just like I told y'all, I said, I'm a woman with a long face and high cheekbones. And I was like, that's interesting, because I look at all these women who do these beauty standards, and I notice like a lot of them have like they kind of do something with down in their face to make it look elongated, and they do these things to heighten up their cheekbones. And I'm just like, is this the beauty standard? You know, like I be asking that because I know that that's what I look like. See what I'm saying? So let's get into her a little bit because I like her. The other lady was like, she's missing the point. This is why I'm about to start listening to things and start writing my thoughts and stuff down and present the show that way.
this video, I'm going to teach you how to stop being an ugly person, especially if you think that you're ugly and the world is very difficult for you. Let me tell you something, and I say all of this with love, okay? You're an idiot for thinking that. Before you're like, what the f, mate, that's so mean. Listen to me. Especially if you're not hopeless, okay? Because it's nobody else's fault but yours. You're just not doing yourself the right favors. And you can come up with a million excuses like you were born ugly, or you don't have money, or you don't have the time to fix anything. These are excuses. But if you're watching this and you still have hope, then I can teach you how to stop being ugly and become a better and more beautiful person. First of all, let's talk about how being a negative person can make you ugly. And I'm talking about physical looks. It will reflect not only mentally, because obviously if you think ugly thoughts, you're an ugly person, but physically, it will literally show up on your face. Especially if you hate yourself and you're always self-deprecating, or if you hate other people and you hate everything and everything sucks to you and you're always gossiping about other people, whether it's about celebrities or coworkers or engaging in useless Facebook drama or reading about Twitter beef or Facebook drama. Yes, this includes the kind of content that you're consuming. If that's how you spend your free time, leaving nasty comments, being a troll, and reading about drama that has nothing to do with you, in fact, you should spend that time reflecting on yourself and becoming a better person and improving on yourself. Because those things I've mentioned, that's what insecure people do. That's what pathetic people do. They spread hatred and they hate themselves. You will never see a beautiful person be a hater, ever. Ever. And even if they're physically attractive, if their vibes are ugly, it will show up on their face. Because clearly there are also people out there who may not be the most physically gorgeous, but their vibes, their personality is so beautiful, so gorgeous that they are attractive, they are magnetic, people love them, they just gravitate towards them. And that's what makes them so beautiful. So the same goes for anyone who's constantly thinking ugly thoughts, they're always cursing themselves or cursing other people. Like, ew, that guy is so gross. I hate the Kardashians. And I promise you, they don't care. Your body absorbs all of that negative energy faster and more efficiently than you think. And you know what else will turn you ugly? Low vibrational thoughts, depression, anxiety, paranoia, desperation, and neediness. And I'm saying this from experience. I have my own phases of my life where I was going through very dark periods and I was just so depressed and so sad and anxious that I would project my reality. I would be like, everything sucks. I don't want to do anything at all. And that reflected on my physical looks. I had bad skin. My hair was falling out. I was gaining excess weight and it made me physically unattractive. And it becomes a vicious cycle. And I became more envious and jealous of what I didn't have. And that is not beautiful vibes. It literally made me look terrible. And even if a person is physically attractive, if whatever comes out of their mouth is ugly, that makes them very repulsive. And you know what's even sadder is people.
That was the thing too, in my life. The people were repulsive. You know, like just you talk about beauty and this and that, but you are just such a nasty, ugly fucking person. You don't believe that you're beautiful. No matter how much everyone else is calling you beautiful, you don't really believe that you're pretty. Okay? And so that is a major thing that happens. If you understand what I'm saying. That's what happened. Yeah, let me. And then the chick that was talking, something told me just not to put her face on my video. But she's talking about, well, everybody just saying that because she light skinned and she not really pretty, and people being too strict. They talking about pretty privilege, and I don't think she looked like me, and this, that, and the third. Well, girl, that's the problem. Your look is not a beauty standard.
People who have been bullied and then they've been called their entire lives that they're ugly and they believe it, they let it get to them and they absorb that energy. And that will also make them physically unattractive and it makes people unable to take care of themselves. It really shows that words are everything. Every thought that you give yourself is a manifestation. It's a spell. It's like a magic. It casts spells on you constantly. And this is why you should never say negative things to yourself or give in to other people bullying you. And you shouldn't bully people back either because that will just like reinforce even more negative energy. And never keep toxic people around you and never stay in toxic environments because that will poison you. And if it's toxic, leave. Why suffer? Because you will project your suffering onto other people. And your affirmations, your I am language is everything. It's your entire identity. So if you're saying things like, and I don't even like saying this, things like I am ugly, like that is your identity.
Let's go.
That is the way that you talk about yourself that will form your whole life, that will form people's perceptions of you. If you say you're ugly, people will believe you. If you say, oh, I have such bad skin today, people will see your bad skin, whereas they wouldn't even have noticed it if you didn't bring it up. And I've seen people literally shrivel up and wither and they turn sad and their bodies change for the worse because they absorb the negative thoughts that their abusive partners keep telling them, like they keep talking them down, or they have like a toxic boss. So if you think that you're ugly, you are. If you think that you're beautiful, you are. If you think that you're confident, you are. So do not call yourself ugly. Do not curse yourself. And if someone's cursing you, call them out or leave. You have to stand up for yourself. And also I can tell you that nobody is born ugly or pretty, okay? Most people in life who are ugly, it's because they brand themselves that way and they're not taking proper care of themselves and they're not doing the right things for themselves. If you don't believe me, you can ask a barber or hairstylist. They will tell you that a good haircut can change someone's life. It's transformative. So even if you choose to focus on a few things, like for example, if you have bad posture, fix it and sit up straight and notice it, develop more self-awareness. And if you have a bad haircut, go get a good haircut, chop that hair off, or even wear a hat or something. If you smell bad and your skin is crappy, wash your face more often, go to a dermatologist, wash your bed sheets, clean your room because a dirty environment will definitely affect your skin and your mental well-being and your health. And a bad diet as well, if you're constantly eating junk food because you don't care about yourself and you only want instant gratification, junk food and overly processed food, I can tell you, is like 90% of people's problems in life and they don't even know it. It affects the way you think, it affects the way you feel, it affects the way you look. 100%. And if you smell bad, take a shower, wear deodorant, wear some cologne or perfume or something. It's really important that whenever you encounter negative thought, you need to counteract it with something positive. Yes, you can tell yourself that in order to change your reality, you need to change your thoughts. Because most of the things that ends up becoming our lifestyle, it's a combination of habits that we end up developing, whether it's good habits or bad habits. And your mind doesn't know the difference between like a natural thought that comes into your head and a forced thought. So if you're ever saying anything negative, counteract it with something positive. And obviously beauty standards are real, physical beauty standards are real, of course, and they can give people additional advantages in life. Yes, obviously. Pretty privilege is real. We're not blind. We have eyes that see. But on the bright side, we know exactly what pretty privilege looks like. Looks are not that subjective. So if you're able to use things like the golden ratio and as well as adopt certain beauty trends that suit you, don't go chasing beauty trends because they're always changing. What was trendy 5-8 years ago is not trendy today. In fact, a lot of old school Hollywood movie stars, they will not consider it beautiful today. And if you keep trying to chase after beauty trends and keep up with new standards and they change all the time, I promise you, you will be in a lot of hurt. For example, when I was growing up in the 2000s, Asians were not considered the it race like they are now, and suddenly we're like trendy all of a sudden. And it's really weird when race becomes a trend because I have literally seen online communities and TikTok communities trying to race shift into Asians. Like, first of all, that's impossible. You can never race shift. Even if you try and mimic features or get a lot of plastic surgery, it is so unnatural. It is so not who you are. And that is just so sad and so pathetic and total weirdo behavior. It's like mind-boggling. Maybe I'll make a video about it at some point. But the point is to chase after extreme things like changing your identity, completely changing who you are, or even doing everything in your power to stop aging naturally and gracefully. Like if you're getting a ton of work done, like not just a little bit, like a lot of work done, like too much plastic surgery, and basically being anything other than yourself and being unnatural to who you are will also turn you very ugly because you're afraid of yourself. Like when the vibes are off, people can totally tell. So definitely don't change who you are just so you can fit into some box of what you think might be attractive because these things change all the time. And honestly, you're just better off becoming the best version of yourself, the prettiest, best version you can be. Even if you focus on just a few things like clearing up your skin, getting a better diet, going to the gym and exercising, that alone can change someone's physique very quickly. Especially with the newbie gains, you'll see it very fast. Like even just working on a few things alone and taking good care of yourself and spending the time and effort to do that will make you more confident. And confidence is attractive. A lot of people are ugly because they're not confident in themselves and they're afraid of being who they are. And it's actually amazing. Just pick a few things to adopt as good habits in your daily routine and you will become more confident, you'll become more attractive, you will become a new person. But the fact is, a lot of people don't want to do it because they are either lazy, they don't want to put in the effort, they don't believe in themselves, they don't have proper education, or they think they don't. Because if you're watching this video right now, you have access to so many resources on the internet, so much free game on the internet that you're just not even listening to because you're just making up excuses in your head. And people can definitely glow up on a budget, but maybe that's not a priority for you. I truly believe that nobody is hopelessly ugly. Like if you just take care of yourself. And if you do that, I promise you, if a potential partner comes along and they see that you take care of yourself and that you respect yourself and you're well put together, you're going to look very attractive to that person. And you look like you can take care of them too. You look responsible, you look respectable, you look like you respect yourself so you can respect your partner. These are all really important things. And that's exactly the kind of person that
yeah, I know I always turn it off when it gets to the whole relationship topic, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the other homegirl I'm supposed to then jump to. Then we go back to Zaku United and her topic of
self-help books.
Social surmounting.
They won't change your life. I know, ironic. I absolutely love self-help books. But hear me out, because this one lesson that I learned is the thing that most of these books actually don't teach you. It's the secret to transforming your life, and once I got it, everything changed.
The lesson is surprisingly simple. You cannot.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play this next. I'm going to turn off this show because we passed 2 hours.